Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What up, Riggs? How y'all doing? Come on in, please, and thank you very much. What's up? How y'all doing this Sunday? Riggs try to.
What it do? Appreciate you, J.
Doing the smoke signals over there.
Yeah, trying to recover.
What's up? How you doing? What's up, J. Dunn? Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
How you doing tonight at the table?
Child, I'm doing good, doing awesome. Had a good weekend. Just been relaxing after the grandbaby went home earlier today. Just, been relaxing most of the day, chilling, taking a break, because this following week is all 12s. So it's going to be hectic all week because we got a lot of stuff going on at the gig. So I'm just trying to, get prepared for that. But what's up with you? How's your weekend been? I saw you had posted some pictures of some cars out there riding.
Yeah, they got like a really big event going on out in my city. I didn't go out there though. It's like gonna be going on till probably a little late. But they got the whole fucking like street sold up and shit. But yesterday I just left the house, go to the store and shit, pick up a couple of items, and like right down. I could just look out on my porch, and that's the strip. You feel me? So I just went down the strip real quick, and they was out there hella tough. All fucking, just squatted up over there at the little Chevron spot. And what caught my attention was the Chevy boys. They was out there hella tough. So there was about like a good like 6 deep. Playing Luther and all kind of shit. So it was dope. You know what I mean? So I was trying to catch them. And they pulled up in the spot, and I was at the light. By the time I got up in there, to take my pictures, they went ahead and peeled off. So I wasn't able to get a picture of them, because they ride together, they keep it tight. So, but yeah, it was cool, man. They out there real tough this weekend, and, it's the summertime. So, shit, they out there.
Oh, yeah. Now, is the Chevy boys pretty comparable with, I know in our neck of the woods, we have the Camaro, Camaro clubs and things like that, where it'd be like 20 to 30 of them just always together, different colors, different styles, and they at every event and hitting the block.
I kind of just gave them that name because they could be from, all different kind of spots, and they just kind of meet up because of their cars, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got like East Bay Chevs and all that type of shit out there, and different like groups. We also got Camaro groups and shit like what you were saying, Chevelle groups, there's almost Corvette groups, you know what I mean? There's all of them. Even those bikes, the tries or whatever, those like 3-wheeler bikes, a lot of women are on those too. Hell, there's a lot of women, clicks out there fucking on them. What are they, Can-Ams or something? I think
that's what I would need, but they are super cool. I had posted a video one time. This guy had all these lights.
They put the lights, the music and shit on them. But they pretty cool. Hood table. I can lightweight see you. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up on that thing, because a lot of the women they got clubs out there. You know what I'm saying? They come through deep.
Yeah.
Lights all on they shit. You know what I'm saying? Flashing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Music hella loud. What's up with the 400?
Yeah,
Hell
the
yeah.
guys be having the two wheelers and the girls out here be having it, but we got a lot of, might surprise you, but we do have some biker gangs out here. And I don't want to say gangs, but you know what I mean. Biker
Yeah, hell yeah.
biker gang, that's what I
They
call it.
everywhere. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep. And thank you again for sharing, Big Red. Yes, please, you guys like and share the video. What up, 400? How you doing the other day? I missed your live the other day, but I did watch the replay. Riz was live the other day. Jay Dunn, she's live all the time, chat. Chakra King Black, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Jay
We got
Dunn been very supportive lately, man. Shout out to Jay Dunn. For real, Jay Dunn. Like, I really been noticing that. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely a hitter. You know what I'm saying? Out there in these motherfucking YouTube streets. Don't ever forget that. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, sliding through and supporting, man. That's really dope.
Absolutely, absolutely. As is 400, very supportive as well. I was looking for you the other day, 400, when I did the BMF review. But for anybody who
I gotta see the latest one. I didn't see it yet. The number 6, right? I seen 5, but I wasn't able to catch you because I was hella out and about, and I didn't even see it by the time you did your review on it. But Hood Table, before we get into the what we're gonna get into tonight, you remember when we was talking about it last time, and I was telling you, hey, dude probably gonna end up having a major problem, maybe get killed. I was telling you the girl might end up having a situation where she might end up getting pregnant because her and the mom got into that little tit for tat, and that she brought up that shit about the mom. I called all that shit, man.
Yep. She is knocked up, and the question now is, who the daddy?
You know who the daddy is.
I don't know, Breeze.
It's old boy.
I don't know if it's the boyfriend or if it's Big Worm. I don't know.
And then check this out, Hood Table. You remember when I was telling you about when dude got into the tussle with old boy and the way the new girl was acting? She wasn't acting as if, you know what I'm saying, oh, he was honoring me. She was like almost like, damn, I don't want this nigga to get hurt. And what did she end up doing? Breaking it off with dude.
Breaking it off. Talking about I don't want either one of us getting hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Because she still got feelings for bruh.
I think she,
even though he doing what he doing, she for sure got some type of feeling, because other than that, the way she was saying how he was throwing her through the ringer. What's up with it, 100 watts? Hey, 100 watts slid through for sure. What's up, Nurse K? The way you know, the way she was talking about how dude was throwing her through the ringer and following her and shit. I would think if anything, and she had a man in her life that was willing to, you know what I'm saying, step up to the plate and make sure none of that bullshit was gonna crack off anymore, she would respect it. But I think that she still got lightweight some feelings and shit for bruh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's willing to date and all that type of shit and hopefully maybe fall in love, but for something's tied to her, just like how we be having those talks on relationships. Sometimes some motherfuckers done did certain things to you or whatnot. You remember she was talking about, man, I love this man and tried all these years to prove to this man that I loved him and him only. He just couldn't get it. What's that telling you? She really was on to that dude. You feel me?
400 says she and her fifis.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact. And that's how I was calling it, just by the way she was acting. When dude, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man. Because like if that was me, right? And I was the man, and I ended up having to put, you know what I'm saying, hands on dude and shit like that. And like I said, I told you before, maybe a little bit of that wasn't for him. You feel me? Dude was in a little bit of rage. His wife was, or his ex-wife would talk to him kind of crazy and shit. You feel me? Like there was shit going on in his life. You know what I'm saying? Daughter getting locked up. He had to pawn shit, get her. You know what I mean? Dude was going through some shit. You feel me? So maybe a lot of that ass whooping really wasn't for bruh. But he didn't want to fucking get active with him. And dude was the one that, you know, swung on him, and it was over after that.
Yeah,
but she didn't even take none of that. She didn't take none of that under consideration, though. You feel me? Like as a woman, just looking at it from the outside, she should have been like, you know what, though? He wasn't really trying to get into no fucking tussle with you. You did swing on him first. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell a motherfucker how to react, right? Ain't that what they always say? So if anything, I would have thought she would have been like, shit, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker ain't gonna let nobody fucking disrespect or hurt me. And he was, you know, really cordial with dude from the get. It wasn't like he was just hella hot-headed with bruh. You feel me? I digress, though.
I knew it was either that or either she was scared because of what she had been through. Excuse me. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. 400 was like, yep, facts. And hey, Finesse Visions, how you doing? What up, Nurse K? How you doing? I was in your clouds the other day. I think that was yesterday. You was live for a couple of hours. But yeah, I was in your clouds the other day. I knew it was either that she was scared or because of what she been through, getting hands on her by way of him. Or maybe she still have feelings for that nigga, because that's how I do work out sometimes. They still feeling that nigga, and they don't want to, whether it's a cop or a stranger, trying to defend them, they jumping on their back, trying to get them off. Don't hurt them, don't hurt, shit like that. But yeah, it was really good. So if y'all haven't got caught up with BMF, it was episode 6 called Bad Religion. It was a really good episode. Yep. And then
the last one was good. The last one was good.
Yep, it was really good. And then for the Shy fans, Riz, I ain't going no spoilers because I don't think you saw anybody's reviews, but something really crazy is going down in the last
on Shy
episode. On BMF.
Oh,
on BMF. So now the Shy, that one is really good too.
I've been watching a little bit of it again.
Yeah, I promise you guys, because I've been reviewing the Shy for some time now, and I got behind because of the Diddy trial. But I promise you guys I will get caught up, and I'm caught up. So tomorrow when I get off of my long-ass 12-hour shift, I'm going to sacrifice my tiredness, and I'm going to jump on here and do a live review on the Shy tomorrow. So, yeah, you said the Shy almost made me a nigga. Man, I was.
No spoiler alert. No spoiler alerts. God dog it.
I ain't even going to lie, Finesse. I did cry.
Damn.
It was a couple of situations on there that had me teary-eyed, but I am not going to spoil it. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, it was some really curveballs. Yep. But yeah, so let's get into this review. We're gonna try to keep it short how we normally do, like around an hour or so, then give people time if they want to hit the link. So I'm gonna try to keep my topics really short because I got 4 that we're gonna try to hit. But before we do that, I'm gonna play our theme song, courtesy of Chale, my homegirl on here. If y'all need theme songs or intros or thumbnails or anything like that, please hit Charlie up. But let me go ahead and play this real quick while we get ready. See, here we go. Where is it? Okay.
From the block to the hood table, big rig slaps and cake decorating diva, discussing local issues, national news too, encouraging y'all to like or share and subscribe. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight, from the White House to the gutter we report right. Welcome to the show where we break it down, from the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only big rig slaps in the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table, with news you can't use and subjects that need to be spoke. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the broke, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, let's get ready. Talking about everything under the sun, from education to health, we here to run. Engage with us, spread the word far and wide. Appreciate y'all, thank you for the support. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight, from the White House to the gutter we report right. Welcome to the show where we break it down, from the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only big rig slaps in the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table, with news you can use and subjects that need to be spoke. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the broke, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, let's get ready.
Y'all, if I don't be feeling that shit, thank you again, Charlie.
Let's get ready, yeah. Charlie. Hey, when you listen to that shit with the headphones on, that shit slap.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charlie, man. The fuck?
Right, the solo at the end.
Hey, Charlie, you like, wait, fuck that up though. Like, wait, you did your thing, man. I ain't gonna like when you listen to it on the headphones, y'all, that shit kind of slapping, man. That bass line going, you know what I'm saying? The little woman in there doing her thizzle, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love it. Like, let's get
Shout
ready.
out to Charlie.
Yeah. Y'all ready? Okay. Okay, 400. He right on time with that damn Diddy shit. Y'all.
What it do, Sincere?
Hey, Sincere. Hey, Miss Bray. How you doing? 400 talking about free Diddy. His ass gonna be home soon, child. Unfortunately for a lot of people, his ass will be home soon. A lot of y'all already know this man, but we're going to get this really quick topic out the way just to update y'all on the court information for the trial, for the sentencing. So let me go ahead and play this little video real quick. I'm going to hit mute.
Bit of a commotion outside the courthouse. Sean Combs' mother just returned here. She walked in just a second ago, said she is feeling good because her son was acquitted of the most serious charges that he faced: sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, both of which could have sent him to prison for life. He was convicted, though, of transportation to engage in prostitution, and that charge could put him in prison for up to 20 years, although it's not expected he would get that much time. What we're waiting for now is the judge to decide whether Combs can be released on bail while he awaits his sentencing. He offered to put up $1 million. He put up his homes in Miami and Los Angeles. They're certainly opulent. The jury, the judge, everybody saw pictures of them. And the judge said he would convene a hearing later this afternoon to determine if Combs should be released. He seemed confident, telling his family after the verdict was read, "I'm coming home, baby." And we caught up with one of his sons just a moment ago. He certainly seemed to believe also, Diane, that his father would be released on bail.
So, as I said, a lot of you already know, Diddy was found not guilty on like three, the biggest charges. Hold on, let me hit mute on that video. But on the biggest charges, he had been found not guilty. On the smaller two charges for transportation, for prostitution, he was found guilty for Jane and Cassie. So right now, we're looking forward to the sentencing. It's going to be on October 3rd. Let me take this off the screen. Let's see. And while I'm pulling this up, Riggs, if you want to chime in on that, feel free on your thoughts of him getting off or what you predicted or anything like that.
I think he got action.
Okay.
I think he got action. You know what I'm saying? You should just go ahead and keep it positive and shit like that. I think he got action though. I think he is gonna get hit with some time, but I think for him to, you know, get bail or whatnot, he said he wanted to put up the million, some houses and shit like that. I don't really see bro as a flight risk. He been in there all this time, you know what I'm saying? And depending on what his behavior's been like in there, I think that'll be, you know, a big part on how the judge will see it, you know what I'm saying? But I think he got action. He's definitely a jerk and all that shit, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's, you know, a harm to anybody if he was to get out, you know what I'm saying, on bail and, you know, until his fucking sentencing.
And that's the thing. The judge did deny, even though he got millions and millions of money still left. He got, I don't know how much money he has. The last I checked was a few months back where he was down 600 million. I'm sure it's probably more by now because, you know, he was worth $1 billion.
They breaking him.
Oh, yeah. He was worth $1 billion. But from the time he was arrested to like a few months ago, he went down to 400 million. So he lost 600 million. So, yeah, he lost a lot of money because of this case. And a lot of people have backed out from deals from him. People have taken awards from him, colleges from. Yeah, he lost a lot of stuff.
And that's what that was their main thing. They wanted that to happen. You know, defaming, you know what I'm saying? Like take everything away from him, make him look like you're a jerk or whatever. If anything, you know what I'm saying? If we can't get all this time that we want maybe from bruh, let's at least just,
hit him where it
make
hurts.
his character, make his character just look, crazy.
Oh, and his character is definitely fucked up. I mean, it's and the thing about it, Riggs, is his character was fucked up in certain communities. A lot of us didn't realize how bad his character was. So it was already people looking at him sideways. That's why it was always people talking about, we would hear the rumors, don't go to a Diddy party. This was before this trial even, for years. Don't go to a Diddy party. He's a freak. He's this, he's that, but we never really knew the details and the goings on. But yeah, besides, since the trial and shit like that. But yeah, his image is definitely right now, and so is his pockets. But some people think he's gonna get some, because he's facing up to 10 for each one. Some people think he's gonna get like a slap on the wrist. Or
I don't think he's gonna get a slap on the wrist, but like the guy said, I don't think he's gonna get like a full 20. And what 100 Watts said is can't release a self-admitted abuser before sentencing. Wow.
That is true. That's basically
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's basically what the judge said. The judge said, even his attorneys said he admits to being an abuser. And some of the people who testified against him, they went to the judge. They wrote letters. Even people who didn't show up at court, they wrote letters. Letters was flooding the court with the judge begging not to let him out on bond. So the judge took all that in consideration. And basically, as far as the sentencing, and you're right, Finesse Vision. So that's 100 Watts?
Yeah, that's 100 Watts.
Oh, I was looking for them in the chat. I didn't know they went by Finesse Vision. Okay, what's up, 100 Watts? But so the judge now, when it came to the sentencing, first they wanted an early sentencing, jury's attorneys, but for some reason, they was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's go back to whatever date the judge said, right? So with this, the judge had said that as far as the sentencing, because Diddy's lawyers want him to be basically time served. And the prosecutor's like, come on now, we got to get this man at least 3 to 5 for each one, something like that. Mm-hmm. So the judge said he would like to have not proof, but basically like examples. So Judge Sub, as I like to call him, because I always fuck his name up, but said in connection with the sentencing proceeding in this case, the court will find it helpful to have available data on sentences imposed where the primary or sole conviction was for a violation for the, basically in layman's terms, for the same thing Diddy was convicted of. He want to see examples of sentencing guidelines. Because the judge, I don't think, really knows how to sentence him in this particular case. So he's asking for each party to locate cases, and you see that right there in the middle, to locate cases that they believe match the criteria and file a letter by September 25th. Judge is going to give out the sentencing on October 3rd. So he said basically the goal is for the parties' subsequent sentencing submissions to address the cases identified in the September 1 filing. Okay, so I guess they're gonna, submit those by September 1st. That's going to be a lot of research, pretty much, because when you're trying to find cases that are pretty similar to yours in this situation, with the being not guilty for the racketeering and the RICO and the trafficking and shit like that, and the judge wants to see cases like, why do you think I should sentence him this lightly? Why do you think I shouldn't? So, I wish the judge would just sentence what the hell he wants to, but the judge has been fair. I can't say that. For some of y'all who've been following the court trial, the court sessions, I think y'all can agree that the judge has been pretty fair, all the way around. That's how I feel. Some people might feel different, but that's how I feel. So that's my little update on the Diddy trial and what we can expect on October 3rd. So now, anything else you want to add to that before we move it along?
No, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So let me remove this. Now, I want to hit on the floods. First of all, I want to say a lot of people across the nation, across the world has, looked at this situation, has so much compassion, so much sympathy for the people who lost their lives. Last I checked, it was over 160, 61 or something like that. The Texas floods. The campgrounds that was flooded down there, the homes that was flooded, the people lives was lost. So first of all, I want to say my condolences and my sincere prayers go out to, those families. I've been thinking about them ever since this started. I don't know how closely you might have been following, Riggs, or anybody else in the chat, but it's so sad, you know, what had happened. And then I just wanted to chime in on how it could have been prevented, like over and over and over and over again. I don't know what you might have read, Riggs, or saw, or even y'all in the chat, but let me play this video real quick, and then I'm going to put my thoughts on this. But you can go ahead and chime in if you want while I'm pulling up this video.
Yeah, I read you know, from the links and shit, and how the guy did actually put something in motion, you know, as an alert, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to these floods, because this area is definitely known for having bad floods, you know what I'm saying, dating back, you know what I'm saying, from like early 80s and shit, just with like bad, you know, disaster that was going on. Like when it comes to these cabins, I guess it's really known for you know, it's camping, but these campgrounds are just, you know what I'm saying, the way they're building them, they're putting the areas where it's really bad when it comes to these floods, and they've been knowing this. And the guy, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, rest in peace, you know, he lost his life, you know what I'm saying, helping, you know, this last flood, you know, he was the one that helped put that alert system into play, and they ended up taking it out of play, you know what I'm saying, 99. And due to all the modern technology and shit, they didn't even update it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was like you said at the table, it was something that could have, you know, definitely could have been prevented. And it definitely has, you know what I'm saying, a bad history of these floods. I guess it's a really nice fucking, you know, river and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? But I guess when it comes to like these certain, you know, flash floods and all that type of shit, you know, bad weather, it can get really bad out there.
Really, really bad, really bad. And then the fact that, like you said, over the years, you know, some people might not have heard, but when I heard that there have been flooding and people's lives, and not only just regular, I don't want to say regular, but the people who live there through the year, you know, not the campers, but the people who live there on a regular basis, have their lives has been lost, and as well as campers over the years, lives has been lost. So let me just play this video for you guys real quick.
Nightfall will soon be upon us, and at least 160 people are still missing. We do know that there are rescue and recovery efforts ongoing right now and entering their 7th day. Crews are working all along the Guadalupe River, scouring the debris, hoping to find anybody that's been stuck. And Kirk County officials today saying they will leave no stone unturned. The FEMA task force set up a command center at the Guadalupe Keys RV Resort in Center Point, Texas, Thursday, as volunteers and first responders continue to search along the Guadalupe River. It's nearly a week after that catastrophic flooding that devastated parts of central Texas. And while some Kerr County residents try to recover and relive the horror,
I can't even imagine what those girls are going through or what they went through.
At least 160 people are still missing.
No stone is left unturned.
Questions remain over why there was a 6-hour delay in issuing a code red alert, a mass notification system used by some communities to send emergency alerts to residents' phones.
Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
10-4 standby. We have to get that approved with our supervisor.
While officials look into what happened, others are doing what they can to help. One mural artist and a crew of volunteers began creating a memorial along the Guadalupe River to honor the victims. The materials, scraps of debris from the disaster. Artist Roberto Marquez says he plans to create one memorial for each person.
And hopefully, once again, when those families come, they know that we were here and we care about them.
Now, that memorial is the one that you see behind us. It has been growing throughout the day, and the goal is to get a cross up for each and every one of those victims. The artist, Roberto Marquez, also says he hopes this is a space for prayer, of consolation, and one where a grieving community can start to heal. Reporting.
Now they have found a lot of people. People are still, being found right now. One of the excuse me, one of the camp leaders who had literally just graduated from high school. She was headed to college to become a teacher. She's a counselor. They just literally found her body today. Her name was Catherine Fruso. She's the last unaccounted for camp counselors that was found dead on Friday. Sorry. And 27 campers and counselors died in the flash floods, in addition to more than 100 other people in Kerr County, Texas. They're still doing recovery efforts. I hear that they're not going to stop till each and every victim is accounted for, and there are still over 100 of people that's still not accounted for. But yeah, the last camp counselor, they found her body the other day. They just posted that earlier today that I saw on social media. Now, one of the things that they said was, as far as what me and Riggs was talking about, people have been saying that for years. These campgrounds, they need to have better systems, better warnings for, what's going on. It has been going on for decades, for not years, for decades. Like they said, what, since the 60s, you said, Riggs, that basically they have been going through these
What I was
floods.
reading was just on some early 80s when they just really had some really
80s,
bad
okay.
accounts
Over
in
yep,
that
it was from
area.
like the 80s. Yep. It was like from the 80s. And they said for decades there was hidden dangers. That property down there with the campgrounds is very beautiful. It's very nice. It's a Christian camp, a girls' camp. There's many camps along the river because that river is really long. Riggs, when I pulled it up on the map to just pinpoint exactly where it happened,
Yeah, they said it was like it used to be as yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was a long river, and I was like, on the map of just going sliding.
Appreciate you, 400.
All these campgrounds. So the other ones, like there was boys camps, there was girls camps, and things like that. But that particular area, for years, my heart really goes out to those people. But I just wish somebody would have took the time to upgrade the system, especially after so many people had already passed away. They said like in the 90s, like Riggs was saying, about a decade after it was installed, the warning system they put in the 80s, it had broke. It basically stopped working, and then they shut it down in 1999, saying it was unreliable.
Yeah,
they said it was unreliable due to it not reporting information. But from 99 to 2025, that's like 26 years.
It's a long
that
time.
They had to upgrade that system. So I don't know what's going to happen now, if that area is going to be shut down for good, if they're going to move the campgrounds higher up or whatnot. But it's really sad. And again, my heart goes out for those campers. You guys continue to keep their family in prayer. It's really sad. I cannot imagine sending my kids to camp and they dying in the middle of the night like that in floods. It's very traumatic, very traumatic. But yeah, so I just want to update you guys on what's going on with that. You said Big Reds hold it down, good content. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. You said like the New Orleans, like they have been told like that. The reason why that had what was it called? The thing that had broke. What is it called, Riggs?
What, like a levee or something?
Yeah, the levy that had been told for years to upgrade that, and it's so hard. It's just so hard to deal with when things like that could have been prevented. It's just really hard. And then you gotta look at these families and like, oh, we're so sorry. Our prayers go out to you. We're gonna fix this in the future. Like, that's not good enough. I don't know what the parents is gonna do, but especially if I didn't know about the floodings. If I didn't know about the floodings, I'd probably try to sue the hell out of all of them. But that's just me. Now, if you knew there was flooding going down there in the past and you kept sending your kids every year, I'm not saying it's their fault because it was like Mother Nature. But still, if they knew and I didn't know, oh hell no. But
that's a fact.
Yeah. So
honestly, I don't think I would just knowing the history of it, just from what I read, I wouldn't send my kids there. Just there's probably so many other campsites and shit that are, around Texas, very big. So just knowing the history of that place or whatnot. And from what I hear is Texas, they have like weather that's like kind of unpredictable. So like, you know, it could be sunny and then end up being raining and all kind of shit. So when you're dealing with that type of environment, you know, shit, you got to take certain things under consideration. And I'm a really cautious person. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of look towards the bad or the negative of something. So I'm always kind of prepared. You know what I mean? So if I know that, you know, that's not really a cool little spot and it's like, you know, not too cool, like, hey, there's a lot of bears over there. I don't think we're going to really be camping over there. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm the same way. And I went camping back in the day. What up, Heavy Bear and Big O?
I love camping.
I am the total opposite. I hate the bugs, and I'm scared of, like you said, the bears, and even though we're not in bear country,
mountain lions,
deal with mountain lions. We have mountain
crazy
lions
deers.
Almost every year. I have deer. I done recorded and upload. The deer jump in my yard. They be walking across the street, down the street. But I'm used to the deer and big ass turkeys and shit like that.
What it do, Big O?
We do get mountain lions too, and they be within like 5-10 miles from the crib sometime. And you know, you got to be careful. But I went camping long ago, and maybe the reason why I hated it because I had a traumatic experience. I got it wasn't poison ivy, but I got some type of allergic reaction, and I couldn't breathe. And they had to admit me into the hospital. It was horrible, like horrible experience as a young child. So I never really had a thing for camping, you know, ever since back then. But because of this, don't let that deter you. If your children go to camps every year, just make sure you look into the camps, look into the campgrounds, look into the areas. And if you see something that you don't think is right or hear some negativity regarding the camp, and that's not just flooding, that's any type of safety issue or safety hazard. Just, you know, go by your guts, by your instinct when it comes to your kids.
That's wild. You kind of brought up poison ivy. I only got that once in my life. I remember I got it in Santa Cruz, walking down to the beach. I was with my mom and everybody, and like you got to like walk down this like little path and shit. And there was like a lot of like brush. And I just remember like I guess I must have rubbed across that shit or something, and I just had a badass itch, man. I remember that shit. And from there on, I was like, man, I hope to never run across that fucking plant again. You know what I'm saying? Poison ivy ain't no joke. And I never thought about it like when I go camping and shit, you know what I'm saying, a poison ivy. But I actually need to go ahead and look that up again to see what that plant looks like, because poison ivy is a motherfucker, y'all. Go ahead.
I can't remember exactly what it looks like, but I know one of my
kind of weedish, kind of like a weed kind of looking.
Yeah. And one of my neighbors, this house that I used to live in way back in the day when my kids was younger, their friends, they had jumped the fence one day to go get a football or something. And there's a lot of brush area behind our yard.
It's brush,
they had got poison ivy. One of the kids did. And he came back and he was all red and stuff. Then the next
red
day,
as fuck.
They talking about he had to go to the doctor and all this kind of. I'm like, is they gonna sue me for poison ivy? I'm like, but you know, they didn't, of course. But I was kind of scared because that boy looked like he was real bad. Like he had fevers and everything. He was really, really sick. But
yeah, I guess it just grows wild or something like in certain spots, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I never ran across it again in my life since that day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really recall kind of what it looked like. But I remember it was kind of like it was like really brushy and weedish, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that shit was no joke.
Yeah, it is no joke at all. And finesse, finesse, okay, 100 watts, or stop being so ready to drop your kids off. And that right there is a pet peeve for me because people are good at just dropping their kids off and leave that not just camp, but YMCA's and
I'll keep my kid. You coming with me, man. Wherever I go, you go, bro. Let's roll.
Yeah.
No need to drop you off, man. Come get a little life experience or something. Shit, you know what I mean? You being over there just sitting there playing video games or whatever, being up underneath somebody else. Fuck all that.
Yep, absolutely. Shoot, when my kids was young, they was always with me. When you saw my kids, unless they was like doing their
car seat, no, I was putting them in the fucking back, putting the seatbelt on, just me and him riding. Gone.
Yep. Matter of fact, I'm with you, Finesse. Like when I tell you, we in the Midwest. When I
Period.
tell
100
you our
watts.
winter months in the Midwest,
I'll go up the street and smoke a blunt or something. You feel me? Watch a little bit of YouTube or whatnot,
when I
and
say
be
the
right
winter,
back in the parking lot.
with the football season and stuff, the wintertime in the Midwest, when I tell you when my kids was coming up, this was my way of thinking. Now, a lot of times, once it started getting really cold here, you didn't see nobody in the bleachers for football. But me and my friends, my parent friends that I'm still friends with today, we felt like if it's hot enough for our kids to be out there in the summer for track, it's hot enough for us to sit here and guzzle down water all day. Bring an umbrella, bring water, whatever, to keep your ass cool. Because if our kids can put up with it, so can we. Wintertime. If my son out there and he, they close, but a lot of that shit is thin. And it's like 10 degrees, 5 degrees outside. If they can be out there, I can sit my ass over here with a warm blanket, some cocoa, and I'm a thug it out. But you see people all the time. It's too cold. It's too hot. I'm sitting out there, your son out there running his ass off in the heat. Other people cheering for him, and you can't be there because of the weather. Child, don't get me started on that. Because both my boys play sports all through their childhood. So don't get me started on the parents who don't show up. But anywho, I digress. But yeah, so I want to talk about also, Riggs, the shit that happened in Philly. You know what? I don't know.
So I didn't catch that. So what happened in Philly?
Hold on, let me tell you. First of all, it was a mass shooting. It was a neighborhood shooting. It wasn't like at a mall or a school or nothing like that. It was a neighborhood shooting. Neighbors shooting at each other. This was 4th of July weekend. And let me just show y'all the video. I can show you better than I can tell you. But let me pull it up real quick. Because this shit, it was really scary, Riggs. And I don't know what the hell I would have done if that would have been me. Because there was people on porches. We talking kids. We talking elderly. We talking about innocent bystanders. And this shit happened. It's only 20 seconds. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm going to drop this other video because I had another video of a news story pulled up. So I'm going to replace that with this footage. And for some of y'all who don't know what's going on, there was a shootout. They call it a mass shooting because, when several people die, they just call it a mass shooting, even if it don't seem like a lot of people passed. But here we go. I'm going to hit mute.
Yeah.
Now let me play the news story that I had up here before, then I'll get into it. All right, let me hit mute.
Searching for 3 suspects. So police are searching for 3 suspects. They released surveillance footage of the shooting that is graphic, but they say they're using it as part of their investigation. We do want to warn you, it is unsettling, but it does highlight the reality of the gun violence situation in Philadelphia.
That doorbell cam video shows the chaos that unfolded on South Edding Street Monday around 1 a.m. You can see dozens of people taking cover and running from the gunfire. The video shows 3 suspects police are looking for, responsible for killing 3 people and hurting 10 others. One of the people killed in the shootout was 24-year-old Azir Harris. His father tells NBC 10 Azir had been shot back in 2018. He was paralyzed, confined to a wheelchair since then. Azir's father tells us his son was advocating for an end to the gun violence epidemic when he was killed.
They think killing each other is a game. You don't come back from it. It's not a game. You hurt families, destroy lives. I just want y'all to put the guns down, man. That's all I can say. Put the guns down, man.
Police are offering a $20,000 reward for information that leads to arrests in this case. Live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Brenna White, NBC 10 News.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Now, some of this shit happens on a regular basis in neighborhoods, but to that level where you see all the people out there, they shooting right above people's heads, right past people's faces. You see the girls on the porch, they trying to climb underneath each other, trying to get away from the bullets. Man, I'd still be having nightmares to this day if that was me on that porch. Jill said, Lord, Finesse said, my ignorant nerves are tingling. Child. I think she's talking about the dropping your kids off at certain location. You talking about kids in school and events and things like that. That might be what she was chiming in on. But what do you think about that shit, Riggs? Oh, and my condolences to the people who were victims. There was 3 people who passed away, 9 people injured. And there is a $20,000 reward, like they said, going out for that.
It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But it's the kind of shit that be happening, man. And especially when, you got a gathering of people, for some reason, somebody want to show out and do some dumb shit. It never fails. So, but it's definitely unfortunate, man. Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives, but that's what be happening, man. It don't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like I'm like numb to it or anything like that, but
right, because a lot of people are. Yeah, a lot of people are numb to it.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Well, I know as far as that particular area, they said it can be, violence there, but that's throughout the nation, so I don't want to I never want to showcase or show a neighborhood or, some crimes situation like that and just, look at it as like that's a horrible place or whatever. Shit happens everywhere. Shit happens here. Even though people think nothing happens here, they don't even think Black people even live here still. But we have
100 Watts says that I'm numb to it. I guess because of my reply. But I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? It's really a bad situation. But I'm not at the point to where I'm gonna just be like, oh my God, and you know what I'm saying? Because that really happens, man. That certain neighborhoods, that shit happens damn near almost every other weekend. You know what I mean? And it just really sucks. And that's why, me having a young one, I'm always on the phone and talking to him and just kind of just checking on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, phone calls don't be too long, but I check on him, a couple of times a day. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell him to just make good decisions. I say that every fucking time. It's like, he probably knows I'm gonna say it, but I say that because in case some stupid shit or whatever, he'll remember what his dad said. You know what I'm saying? And we fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't got a bad relationship or nothing like that. He gonna do what the fuck he gonna do. But you know what I'm saying, at the same time, you know, I know what it is out there. Just like how, you know, we see this shooting and shit. He's a young dude. You know what I'm saying? He likes to be outside and do little shit. And I tell him that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I show him shit like this. You know what I mean? Talk to him about it all the time. You know, and that's why I tell him, you know, ain't nothing wrong with sometimes just chilling at the house, man. You know, some of your close, cool friends, have them come to the house, man. Y'all chill at the house. You're safe there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want everybody coming up over there, but your cool friends or whatever, y'all chill at the house, man. You don't gotta always just be out and about and hanging out or whatever, because this is the type of shit that goes down. You could just be at the wrong place at the fucking right time. You know what I'm saying? So and that shit happens, bro. And so instead of me just tripping on it and everything, I like I said, I always look, you know, towards the negative, you know, in certain situations. And that's like one of them. You know, if I know he's gonna be going out or whatever, I'm like, hey man, you know, just do your thing, man, and kind of make it back to the hood or to your friend's house or whatnot. Don't just be out there bullshitting or whatnot, because these are the type of shit that happen, bro. And I let him know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just, you know, I let him know the reason why I tell him these things. You know what I'm saying? I don't just tell it to him. And I know he probably gets tired of it, but it's like sometimes when you say something, it's like being on their ass like an angry coach. One of the sayings I say all the time, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, you know, it's definitely unfortunate. I didn't hear about that. I didn't know nothing about that. But, you know, just looking at everything, you know, yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. And with the dude that got shot and lost his life, to know that he got you know, shot, you know what I'm saying, previous and put in the wheelchair, it's like, fuck, man. You know, again, you know, that's how them neighborhoods be, man. You know, certain hoods.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
You know, I definitely get it. Finesse says she get it. I definitely get it. Because again, like crime happens everywhere. You can never forecast when it's going to be a crime. And I really hate when some people are like, oh, well, if you live here.
And I'm sorry to hear that, Hunter. Sorry about that, Hood Table. But I just seen you said he lost his brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. For real, for real. For real, for real, bro. And that's one of the reasons why I be kind of like popping my shit, Hunter, watch, you know what I'm saying? Just in case somebody be out there, you know what I'm saying, and can catch, you know what I'm saying, a win. Just on maybe how to conduct yourself a little bit better out there and not be too hot-headed or whatnot. Because, you know, again, you know, the next motherfucker, man, you don't know what kind of, you know, time they own or page or whatever. You know, sometimes certain things ain't for you. Sometimes they got shit going on in their life and you just happen to be that person that they take it out on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Go ahead, Hood Table.
Yeah, me too. My condolences. I am as well. And you're right. You just don't you can never predict, you can never foresee. We can always give our children guidance and tell them if this pops off, if this pops off, you know, warning signs. Like I'm sure you did too. You teach your kids warning signs. If you get the hairs on the back of the neck, like for instance, one time my son was at a party, and you know how these kids are, they'll have like a grown-up rent out a damn house, an Airbnb. And next thing you know, it's 100, 200 kids up in that crib. And the police
Very unsafe.
usually called, very unsafe. And it had happened like that. He went to a party with his homeboys and something popped off. Some guys that came up there and they all had, you know, guns and stuff, and they was getting drunk, whatever, you know. And then at the end of the night, they started like harassing people and threatening people. And next thing you know, they started jacking people. And my son, he was like, when the shit happened, he was like halfway down to his car, but one of his homeboys had his phone stolen, and it was really scary for them. But he was like, man, mom, he was like, I couldn't even run back to help my friends. He was like, I was just trying to get the hell out of there. I said, as you should. Like
Self-preservation. What it do, RS? And that's the thing. Or I mean, Hood Table. You know, if I was to know of an event that was like that, I would tell my son, I don't want you going, bro, because I just know it's a disaster. If he was slick and didn't tell me about it and did it, hey,
yeah, because I had no idea.
You pulled one over me. But hopefully, with the way that I talked to him and shit that I've been saying to him, you know, all his little life, like how your son was in that situation, is like, man, I got to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And now I can guarantee you he'll think twice on some shit like that again.
He's never been to another
period,
unless it's his closest friends having something at they crib. He never had
LE, learning experience.
traumatized him. It really did.
And I'm not mad at learning experiences for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need that scare in your life. You know what I'm saying? That because just talking, they be like, man, that ain't gonna happen to me. And you hope nothing bad happen, but hey, all right, man, keep acting up. You gonna see. Sometimes, you go out there and act a donkey or whatnot. Shit. Sometimes that cop put them cuffs on you and shit. Gonna scare the shit out your ass. Put you in the back of that car.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? That's a learning
yeah.
experience. I bet you won't. You know what I mean? Because I can tell you all day long.
Experiences. I learned lessons along the way too. And our children, they the same way. Parents don't know shit. That's what they think. Parents don't know shit. And they don't
like
realize
you wasn't a kid before.
Yeah, they act like you was raised back then there. You old school. And I'll be like, we literally tell y'all the same shit our parents tell us that they told them and so on and so on. And then my son who has the 4-year-old, he like, hey mom, why I feel like I be talking like you sometime? I'm like, because there's nothing new under the sun. It's like nothing new under the sun. And with my son, when that situation happened, I knew he was going to a get together. I didn't know it was some rental home I didn't know it was an Airbnb. I didn't know it was, none of that shit.
Right.
And then when it happened, I didn't find out for days because my son, okay, like I said, the hood table on here is not the hood table y'all see in real life. On here, I be trying to act like I have a little bit of tooth, even though I still can be a little bit of hood on here, right? But the hood table off the internet is a whole different story, okay? So he was like, he didn't tell me. I found out through his homeboy who had his phone stolen. I found out through his mom. She hit me up one day. Man, T, did you hear what happened? Da, 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 da. When we gonna go press charges? I'm like, huh? What happened? I'm like, no, let's go back to the house. Who threw the party? Let's go to that. Both our sons. No, mom, can we please just put it to rest? Please, man. Them guys was like real thugs. They like, I'm not saying my son is a punk or anything like that, but he was traumatized. Like, he was like, no, mom, can we just forget about it? Can we just, he gonna get a new phone. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I was so angry. I'm calling his dad, relatives, like, who them niggas? Because the dudes was like, relatives to the person who threw the party. I'm like, it'll be easy for us to find out, the information. No, I had to bite that one for my son because he begged me, like, please, mom, do not, please, I don't want y'all getting involved. I'm like, damn. Like, man, I wanted to just run up on people's houses, like, the fuck wrong with y'all? We pressing charges against all y'all motherfuckers. I don't even know if any charges ever got pressed. After that, if any other parents press charge, I don't know. But I'm like, that's not right. They shouldn't be walking around doing that shit. But I let it go. But ever since then, he don't do the house parties. He don't do shit like that. And a lot of times, he don't even want to go anywhere in the hood. I'm like, nigga, we live in the hood. Well, mom, that's a little too far in the hood. He like he when he moves out in 2 weeks, that's when he moving out. So I will officially be an empty nester after this last month. And they moving far, far, far on the other side of the city. Like, his girlfriend don't want to be nowhere in the hood. I'm like, y'all gonna be bougie now because y'all don't live here anymore. Like, but that's where they feel safer. And I'm cool with where I've been all my life. But yeah, they moving on out the like George and Wheezy,
Good times.
Yep. Finesse said, is Finesse a guy?
Yeah, that's 100 watts.
Okay, because I haven't seen
he's been on my panel before.
Okay. It's the name that's throwing me off. So if I accidentally called you a she, I do apologize. For that, because I don't think they.
What's up with it, landlord?
Well, landlord, how you doing? What's up? What's good? You said press them hands. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Man, his dad, we all was like, my relatives, like, where they at? Who them niggas? Y'all know them niggas? Like, come on now. Like, what's up? Nope. So that was that on that. But for the people who were victims, in this particular situation, I hope they can get through this and get by this. And it happens all the time. It's just too bad that it does happen all the time, and people do get numb from it.
Yep.
But yeah, so I don't know. And then I got one last topic. I can't believe we got it all in and we still only at an hour. I got one last topic, Riz. This shit right here, Riz. I'm gonna give you a final seconds if you want to say some final words on that last topic before we move on.
No, I think I pretty much, touched on it pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Just basically when it just comes to, letting your young ones out there, man, just, try to, don't try to drill them, because then they're gonna really try to keep shit away from you. But just, try to know some things, you know what I mean? Try to have a good relationship to where they could, kind of lightweight, keep it 100. Oh yeah, they doing this and this and this and wooty woo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be wooty woo. You know what I mean? Just have a good, because stupid shit be happening, man. And if you're the type to where you don't have some type of door with your kids, man, they just gonna go ahead and do whatever the fuck. They ain't gonna tell you shit. Be in all kind of gatherings, all like that. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers is acting a donkey. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully they got enough sense that, you know what I'm saying, they know if they are in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying, to beat feet, man, take cover. You know what I mean? Don't be a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Stay by a door. If you go somewhere and you drive in, park to where, if shit get out of hand, you can drive and get up out of there to where nobody got you blocked in. You know what I'm saying? Like just certain shit like that, just game your kids up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. We done been through it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they certain things can go through one ear and out the other, but at the same time, hopefully they get themselves in a dumbass situation. They'll know what you done told them, and that shit will kick in. You feel me? And they'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, hopefully make it up out of there like a true champ.
Yep. Good words of advice. Good words of advice. Words that I use to this day, and I'm grown as hell, grown as the fuck. Okay, I'm an OG now, and even when I go to parties, I like to sit by the door. I like when I go to places, I don't like my back towards the doors or anything like that. And when I park somewhere, I like to park in reverse so I can pull out and be the closest to the exit zone in the neighborhood. If we gotta walk a couple of yards or so, trying to get the hell out of there, something pop off. But landlord, we you might be on 2 different pages because I'm live on 3 channels.
Are you Hood Table?
I always go live on all my
oh shit
channels. Well, not all of them, because I got a whole lot of channels. But my main 3 channels always go live on at the same time. You can do that from StreamYard when you upgrade. You can go live on way more.
You go on like a couple of different platforms and shit.
Yeah, way more than 3
too.
But I only pay for the one with I don't pay for the max. But I only need 3. But yeah, so you might be seeing other comments from other channels, landlord. And what up, Sincere? How you doing, love? You said I only know this one. Yeah, I got the Hood Table 402, and then I got my PrimeTime channel. But yeah, then I got other ones that I don't really advertise. But so this last situation, I'm gonna play this clip, you guys. Grab your drink, popcorn. I'm gonna play this clip right here.
How long is the clip?
It's 4 minutes. So if you wanna,
okay, I'm gonna get my dab on.
It's 4 minutes, and I gotta play this clip first before we do the news story, so you can get like a prequel to what happened in the news story. So I'm about to play this little Facebook clip that I found on Facebook, and this deals with that McDonald's shooting that happened in Detroit. Some of y'all probably heard about it. It just happened recently, and we're going to cover that, and that's going to be our last story, and then of trending news, and then I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to chime in on any topics or anything else. So let me go ahead and put this on the screen, and I'm going to hit mute.
Sober in love, 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 sober in love.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody gonna have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't. Then one day she coming in there talking about some, yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids since this and that. Well, you know, telling us that, like, the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, you know, like, I'm like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like it's then she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Give a fuck about you telling me about you pulling the gun out on a kid. I don't fucking like that shit doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shit didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a fuck about her telling me about what the fuck she did. You know, and maybe that's why they always fighting her to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened. The fuck out of here with that shit.
Now, if that last part of that video that I showed y'all wasn't eerie as the fuck, did you see where she was in the McDonald's? Like up there in the children's?
She was in the playland, man. Yeah, she's a fucking certified weirdo. Straight up. Just looking at her, man, just her whole get down and looking in her eyes when you talk to her and shit, you know what I mean? She off, bro. I judge. Like, I'm not one to be like, hey, I don't judge, nigga. If I seen her, I'd have been like, yeah, she on. Something ain't right with her. You know what I'm saying? Listen to her song that she was playing. You feel me? And that's her music. You feel me? She probably thought her shit was really on hit. That singing was horrible and trash.
Mm-hmm.
But she probably think that shit on hit though. Like she just hella off. And that's and the lady was probably sending her home because she was doing off shit. Look how the little bride was all up in the motherfucking playland and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do if you was a manager, man, and you seen your employee, you know what I'm saying, all up in the motherfucking, you know what I'm talking about? You'd be like, come on, man, get up out of there, man. We got customers and shit that may come up in here and see you up in there fucking around, monkeying around and shit. Get up out of there, man.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have sent your motherfucking ass home for that shit. Like, man, what's going on, man? What the fuck is you doing?
She is crazy. I'm like, it's funny, but it's not funny. It was a Chucky face for me The Chucky,
Man, that shit was eerie as fuck.
but and in the toy area, at that. But yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, what happened, this lovely young lady right here, and thank y'all for coming through. Please make sure you guys are liking and sharing the video, please, and thank you very much. But this lovely lady right here, I guess had some issues with her manager at McDonald's in Detroit, and she happened to go in there one day and fatally stab her boss. And the did you catch the lady's name, Riggs? The Afeni
Yeah,
Badu?
it was different. Yeah.
Yeah, Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she's a Muslim or not, that matters in the sake of crime, but her name is Afeni Madu. Am I saying it right? Afeni Badu Muhammad. But
Yeah, she might be
anyway,
African or something or
yeah,
something.
African. Yeah, she might be African or something like that. But she's from East Point. She's 26 years old. She fatally stabbed her boss. This was last Tuesday. She's charged with first-degree premeditated murder. And that's why I had to play that clip before we hit the news story, because if you look at that, you can just hear from her words. Something needs to be done. She needs to be stopped. Stuff like that. So they calling it premeditated murder. And of course, she came back to the store with the knife. So it wasn't like a situation happened on the spot and then she killed her. So yeah, premeditated. She's been held at $25 million bond. First degree murder. So they say it carries up to life without parole. She's also charged with carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent, which is a 5-year felony, and being prosecuted as a habitual offender due to a previous stabbing in Virginia. So this is not her first time stabbing someone.
She liked to stick people.
Man, the Chucky face, all the slashes and gashes in the face.
And to stick somebody hood table, that's really up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit easier to shoot somebody than to stick them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To get up on somebody and really pierce and get in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
you feel it. You feel it when you stick somebody. You feel that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And from what they were saying, she was sticking that girl, you know what I mean, all over the place. So she was trying to get busy. She was trying to, you know what I'm saying, send her to the upper room, period.
Yes. They said she stabbed her over, not just she said she was
stabbed in numerous areas. Mm-hmm. Like she was trying to have her leak out.
Yep. And she wasn't stopped until she would have probably kept stabbing her. But even though the lady happened to pass away, and I'll show you that news clip in a minute, but she would have been stopped had it not been somebody who has one of the things I have, which is a CPL, a concealed license to carry. Now, it was a drive-through customer who was a licensed CPL holder. They witnessed the assault and they fired their weapon up in the air to stop it. Then the girl fled from the scene to her vehicle, but was apprehended and held at gunpoint by the customer until. Mm-hmm. So thank God that somebody was able to intervene, even though the manager still ended up passing away. But yeah, Virginia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a real killer. Like Rick said, up close and personal.
Very up close and personal. Like you hear it, you know everything, man. Like, you know, you got to really be on to stick somebody. And if she already had that in her, she done already crossed that line. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Once she did it before, I mean, it's nothing for her to do it again. So she was just waiting for that lady to set her off. She said she came in on an off day. She's still sending me home. The question is what they need to ask the other employees is, why the fuck was she getting sent home? Like, what the fuck was she doing? She seemed like a weird motherfucker. Like, what the fuck was she doing? Was she acting crazy with customers? Was she not doing what she was supposed to be doing? I just can't see your manager just always fucking with you, sending you home like that, unless you just really just start acting a donkey, or, you know, you ain't taking, you know, something, you know, like you may be told to do something and you just acting, you know what I mean? And it seemed like she had a little grudge anyways with the lady. I don't know what their relationship was like, but that's why they need to chop it up with some of them employees, man, and see like, what was the fucking dynamics between these two, man?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is going to be a case that I will be following very closely, you guys. So I'll hit y'all with updates. But yeah, some of the things she was talking about in that crazy video of hers in her car, where she's talking about the lady was always treating them like they kids, threatening to take her belt out, talking about she had to pull her gun out on her kids, and she tore her doors down in her house. Like some of the stuff that the girl was saying her video sounds kind of weird too. But I'm like this: if you got a problem with your and I'm just telling you from an older perspective, from someone who didn't had jobs. I didn't work at McDonald's and Burger King when I was younger, and things like that. And I didn't work at jobs, on a higher level than that, where I had issues with supervisors. And one thing I learned way back in the day was don't stay somewhere where you are really, really unhappy, because you can snap. I remember one time when I had, like, not like that. I didn't snap like that, but I had a supervisor who totally used to love me, and then she hated me because of the fact I became cool with somebody else who got a position she wanted. And so she started treating me like shit, following me around, checking my clock ins, clock outs.
No, that's
She was like
for
on my
sure.
back. On my
For
back, and
sure.
then one time she
Trying
wrote
to
me up.
make every day she can and
Yeah,
miserable for you.
every day was miserable. I remember, Riz, I used to, and this was my younger years, so I was young. And I used to call my mom, and I'd be in tears. Mom, this bitch, oh my God, I just came
Right.
in and said I need this job. I got 2 little
Right.
babies, and stuff like that. And then one time she had wrote me up for some bullshit. And so she called me in the office, HR, and I went in there and she tried to write me up. I said, I ain't signing shit. And they was like, you ain't what? And I was like, I ain't signing shit. Cause you got to sign the paper saying, you in trouble. And if this happened again, that shit. I took my badge and slung it and hit her right in the face with that bitch. I was like, man, you take this shit. I'm out of here. They had the security guard follow me all out the building thinking I'm
That's
about to
how they're gonna do that.
but oh yeah, they followed me and shit. I was hurrying up trying to grab my shit. Then I cried all the way home. I said, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? And the next thing I know, I found a better job in real estate. And I was in real estate for like 12 years until all that bullshit happened, like, in 08.
Yep.
When the housing market.
Yep.
Yeah, I kept getting laid off and laid
That
off.
was crazy, Hood Table.
I lived through all that shit. Not just lived
Man.
it, but I was in the industry. And people's losing their houses and coming back to us to try to sell their houses, and it was bad. But
yeah, it was
I would
really
tell
bad.
people, just keep looking for another position so you get the fuck out of there, or just have faith, because nobody deserves to be treated to like a piece of trash while they at work from their superiors. In this particular case, I am waiting. I'm going to sit and wait and get the updates. And if it goes to trial or whatever, I'm really interested to find out what other employees have to say about her and what other employees have to say about the supervisor. But right now, I'm going to play a little clip. It's a little news clip. And one of the children of the lady, because she had like 6 kids, I believe. So one of the children is talking to the news station. So let me play that real quick, you guys. And I'm going to hit mute.
Unthinkable tragedy.
Yeah,
I'm Taryn Asher. We begin with a heartbreaking loss for one Metro Detroit family dealing really with an unthinkable tragedy.
Yeah, Taryn, what began as a normal day at work quickly turned violent. A mother of 6 stabbed to death at an East Point McDonald's while doing her job.
And Fox News' Camille Amiri joining us live with the very latest. And Camille, we understand you have spoken now with the woman's family. I mean, it's hard to imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, I mean, we were here all day, and then family members started showing up this afternoon, one after another, all coming back to the scene of the crime. She has 6 children, as you said, ages 5 to 20, and some of the littlest ones were here. And let me tell you, it was absolutely heartbreaking.
My mama was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for.
Jennifer Harris, a single mother of 6, a manager at McDonald's, fatally stabbed Thursday morning by one of her employees, according to police.
My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
It happened right before 8 o'clock at the McDonald's on 9 Mile in East Point.
From our understanding, it happened near the drive-through window inside of the building, so in the employee area.
Investigators say it started as a verbal dispute between Harris and her employee. Harris asked the woman to leave, but
she came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
Police say a customer, a CPL holder in line at the drive-thru, witnessed the stabbing and shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the crime. The suspect ran out of the fast food restaurant, the CPL holder getting out of his car and holding her at gunpoint until police arrived.
He absolutely did the right thing. He showed, so to speak, heroism.
Harris's family members beside themselves with grief.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. My mama was even good to her. She was good to everybody.
It's just so incredibly sad. The children's father is incarcerated. They told us that when we met with them earlier today. So it was just their mom and them. The suspect is 26 years old. And of course, we expect her to be arraigned possibly tomorrow or the next day, hoping to learn more about what led up to this. Meanwhile, Jennifer worked here. She went by the name of Gemma, and she worked here for 15 years. So, I mean, just a horrible, horrible story all around. There is absolutely nothing that makes sense about this. Reporting live in East Point, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, I know that Gemma and that other person had an argument today. The suspect comes back stabbing her. But do we know if this was an ongoing fight beyond today between the two of them? Are family members saying anything about that?
They're not. I mean, you know, we're going to hear more about that situation at the 6 o'clock show. But from every intents and purposes that we've been able to learn, that the suspect actually went out of her way to be nice to the children, all of them here at the McDonald's. They would hang out sometimes here. So you're going to hear more about that relationship at 6 o'clock. But they just can't understand this because they say it's so out of the blue, and what led up to this, why she did this, that, of course, remains to be seen. But, of course, we'll have a lot more tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
back to you.
Certainly such a terrible loss. So we feel for her. We just feel so badly for her.
Oh wow, that's real crazy, you guys. Real crazy, you guys. I dropped the link because I knew we was going to be wrapping up in a minute here. So I do have some people on the panel, and if anybody else wants to hit the link to chime in on any of the 4 topics that we discussed or anything else, feel free to hit the link. I want to first welcome 100 Watts to the panel and Cislo to the panel. Thank you guys for hitting the panel tonight. I want to give Riggs an opportunity to chime in on this before we start going around. I know Cislo came up after you, Watts, but because ladies are first and she lives in the D-town, I'm going to give her the opportunity to go before you. No disrespect, no shade. But all right, so he understands. But go ahead, Riggs.
I didn't really have too much. I can go ahead and let them go ahead and go. I done pretty much spoke on what I needed to when it comes to her and her actions and everything. So yeah, they can go ahead and take it on.
All right, well, let's bring it on in then. Cislo, welcome, baby. That's my sister from another mister. Now I'm gonna just give her credit because she did.
What's up, Cislo?
She did send me this story a few days ago, and she was like, "Sis, check this out. This is crazy." So you know, I got to give her the credit from where the story came from. But I'm gonna let her chime in on this because she's, lives in that area. She knows a little bit about the area and everything. But go ahead, babe.
What up, though?
What up, though? That Detroit.
So, hey, everybody on the panel. So yeah.
What's up with it?
Okay, you remember the baby that I sent you a couple years ago that went missing with the cousin? Okay. So this is how crazy it is. I lived at the time right around the corner, like literally a couple of blocks away from the restaurant she worked at. Well, the restaurant she worked at is just a couple of blocks from this McDonald's. That's how close in proximity they were from where I live. You can literally walk to the McDonald's from where I lived. So I frequented that McDonald's quite a bit, and everybody there was pretty friendly and all that. It's a neighborhood spot, so all of the kids hang out there after school and whatnot. This particular young lady, the manager, was also a member of the church that one of my associates, the associate pastors and pastors' wife. With her, the pastor passed about a year ago, but his wife is still, pastor. She went to their church, and she was, said to have been a pretty good girl. But this other young lady has some issues. Of course, we know that she has some past issues with, you know, committing the same type of crime
Right, violent history. Hmm.
in the past, right? I mean, not just the violent history, but using a weapon, the same type of weapon. So it's something that she's accustomed to. Also, she is into that anime type of stuff and all that. But she knew like this girl's kids because she had been a manager there, working there for 15 years. Her kids will often come after school and wait for her to get off her shift. So she had an encounter with the girl's kids before, and they said she gave them candy or something, so all kind of crazy. So she had an interaction with her.
Hmm.
But if you go on her Instagram pages, on her social media, you can go through and you see her um, at her job earlier that day
Hmm.
making videos, TikTok
We played that
videos.
earlier. I don't know what time you came in, but we played the video earlier. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, doing all this kind of craziness at work. And she was renting a room from somebody who was allegedly accosting her for bedroom benefits. Like, and she kept saying she didn't want to do it and screaming and yelling and throwing all types of fits and this, that, and the other. And she, like all of the videos she made were, some of them were dark and drastic, and then some of them were even involving the same young lady and talking about harming her and things of that nature. So my thing is, and this is how I'm gonna call how this comes. She's definitely going to get um charged with first degree murder premeditated, simply because she left, she made a plan, she came back, she acted on that plan, and she carried it through. The only thing is will she be competent enough to stand trial?
That's what I was wondering about.
And will she plead insanity? Now, even though she does plead insanity or what have you, I mean, the only difference is that she'll spend her time in an institution as opposed to in prison, and she might not. She might have the possibility of parole after 20 years or so, or something like that. But she most definitely is conscious enough to make a conscious decision. She drives. She know how to cash her check. She know how to get out there and Uber or DoorDash or whatever to make money. Um, she has some ability to function her facilities. You know what I'm saying? She's not all out of her mind.
Hmm.
But at the same time, when it comes down to a forensic psychologist making a decision, that's what the only thing that a defense,
They're gonna use
which will
that.
happen, yeah, definitely use that. And it'll definitely be a court appointed, because it ain't too many, it ain't too many good criminal lawyers that even want to touch that, even if it is a high profile case, simply because most of them know she did it. You know what I'm saying? And know she's guilty of it. But it's gonna take a court appointed attorney to do the very least that they can do for her, which is figure out a way for her to be found guilty without serving actual prison time, or the least amount of prison time. So, but yeah, she was mentally unstable, definitely. multiple personality disorder, um, bipolar schizophrenic. She she
This
she got something going on.
something going on.
Yeah.
And thank you, Tay Bay.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Tay Bay, to the chat.
So I'll go
Appreciate
ahead and let 1,000 watts. Is it 1,000 watts? Because I
100
sure hadn't
watts.
seen it.
100 watts.
Well, okay. Well, let's just give them that 10 times more then.
All right, all right. What up, 100
Go
watts?
ahead and speak, Kang. Speak,
Hello and good
Kang.
evening. How y'all doing? I want to say for the record, Hood Table, you was my only news anchor for the Diddy trial, so you can definitely gonna be my news anchor for this one too.
Aw, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like somebody that's been in a management position in food for like the last 10 years. I've had two separate scenarios where I felt like I might have a situation where I might have to put my paws on somebody at work. But these two people typically led signs, in terms of they not really there all the way. So, being sent home early, yeah, those was definitely the ones that I would pick when it was time to send somebody home early. But all of this, to me, honestly, is really all a matter. Like it's just a reinforcement of making sure that I am intentional about my interactions with people whenever I leave my house. Like you never really know how close somebody is to snapping. Like for her to have the kids that she has as grown as they are, like that and their daddy is in jail, like that's already like she been it's maybe it's too early to make a Tyler Perry joke, but this is some straw shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she been struggling for a minute. And it was probably just one of them times where it just fucking snapped. Like you never really know how close somebody is to the edge, and you could very well
But
be the one to push them over.
she wasn't the one with the kids. The one they did the killing. The one that did the killing was the victim. I mean, was
So
the
the
mother of
girl
all the
that
kids was the one that passed, was the victim.
Yeah, the manager.
See, now you know what? I'm definitely gonna keep my comment to myself now because I have.
Oh Lord.
Look, if okay, now you saying it that way, I'll say it the nice way. I'll say it like this. I think that there definitely needs to be an element of conflict resolution that needs to be taught. Like this, it seems like with social media, there's a definite separation between person to person contact with our kids. And I feel like it's definitely important that we just like be on conflict resolution with our kids, because these kids aren't getting punched in the mouth no more. And it's like the things that we had to go through coming up, like running the dozens or cracking on people or getting joked on or freestyle battles and all that shit that we had to go through, that shame that we had to go through, it kind of toughened us up in a way to where I think a lot of these younger ones are having a hard time. Because again, like being a manager and hiring people for jobs, I'm telling you right now, anybody in that early 20 teenage years, like it's just hard to hire them to do a job. It's just hard.
That's true.
It is just hard hiring younger people to do jobs. And I don't even want to blame them for it. It's just they have no need to deal with conflict resolution. Like the ones that play video games all the day, whenever they get to a spot where it's tough, they just hit the restart button and start over where it's easy at. You know what I'm saying? Like social media, you can just block people that you don't want to deal with. So there's no real conflict resolution. And this again is another example of how important it is to be able to manage your shit.
Yeah, that's true. And I've never been a manager of 100 watts, but again, just like a lot of people, worked at those establishments when I was younger. And one thing I do remember is none of the managers then, and we were all young. I mean, we were all 15, 16, 17, around that age. And if I can recall, I don't remember them ever taking classes on how to deal with young people or conflicting situations or stuff like that. I remember managers like talking shit to us like we grown ass kids. Didn't I tell you to clean up that? Shut the fuck like You know, it's like they understand we kids, we somebody's kids, and if we probably went home and told our parents that the manager was cussing us out, then it probably be a whole other story. But you know, we kids and we from the street, we from the hood, so somebody cussing at us and telling us to take out the fucking trash, that's no different to us than our parents. You know, back then, because more so back then, other grown-ups could talk to you like that. You know what I mean? Like back then, people could spank your butt and send you home to Big Mama to spank you again. So, but as we got older and as the time progressed, of course, more parents now, you talk to their fucking kid, they want to, you know, get with you heads up. And that's why the kids around here acting like crazy and shit now. But I think that's one thing that they do need to incorporate with any of those jobs who hire young kids, because you don't know what those kids are going through at home. You don't know their life situation. They could be coming to the job as a sense of, you know, peace. Like this is, you know, McDonald's and places like that can be crazy, right? I used to open. All right, that shit can be crazy, but sometimes it's just more peaceful to be at work than dealing with what you're dealing with at home. We don't know what was going through this girl's mind, but then again, we're just hearing her side of the story with how she was being treated by the manager. So I'm not giving her an excuse or a pass for what she did, because that was absolutely horrible. That's why I said I gotta follow this case, because it's gonna take other people who work there. When they call in, if this is like a jury and shit like that, when they call in the people for the witnesses, it's gonna be probably people who gonna stand up who were even just customers there. I was there. I come here all the time. I would see the situation that go on, or the people who work there. I worked here for so many years, and we're gonna hear all sides of the story soon. But it's crazy. I just can't believe she did that shit. And then she did it in front of everybody. Like, you know, you're gonna get caught. It ain't like she caught her slipping in the alleyway or when she closed at night in the parking lot. She was brave enough to go there during business hours. That's crazy to me. That's
Yeah, like
crazy.
Rick said, for you to be able to do
With a
something
mask
that up close and
on.
personal,
Mm-hmm.
be able to do something that close and personal, I do think they're like, because she said that it was somewhere in one of the clips that it said that I think she said that the manager sent her home because she was snapping on people or something like that. Like, you don't go from being cool, calm, and collected to just stabbing people. Like, you probably did snap on a couple of customers while you was at work, type shit. Like, and it's not like, yeah, you probably snapped on a couple of people at work, fam. Like, it be signs. It be signs. And me personally, I when I recognize the signs of crazy, I kind of want to give you a hug and make you my friend, just so
Yeah,
if
be
you
a
gonna
little
have
bit
one of
nicer.
if you gonna come in here and do something crazy, call me so I can call out. You feel me? Just let me take the day off when you want to come up here and do something stupid. You feel me? I'm
Right.
gonna make
And
you
you
my
don't want to
friend.
kiss
I'm
their
not.
ass or nothing like that, because they still kids. But you know, we didn't all been in a situation. I know some of y'all have where y'all have probably been around some unruly kids, whether it's at your child's football program or football team or at an event. You got all these kids over here just popping off, cussing, acting all gangster and whoop whoop whoop, and you the parent is sitting by like, who fucking kids are these? But at some point in time, you gotta still be like, excuse me, do you not see this elderly woman sitting behind y'all while y'all cussing? And they might give you this look like, bitch, do you know I will? But you know, at certain time, we have to stand up to these kids. I'm not saying go battle with them with somebody else's kid, but at some point in time, we can't be scared all the time to talk to these kids about how we really feel about them. But if Sis was right, she had a mask on. Go ahead, Sis Low. But she did come with a mask.
Yeah,
But one of the
she was
one of
definitely
the
off though. She was
mm-hmm.
definitely off. And I think a lot of the people that worked with her knew she was off. And just when she came in there with the mask on and everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everybody could say what they would have, could have done, but it should have kind of been a red flag. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. But it just sucks that somebody lost their life, man. And for her to just go off and get to just repeatedly stabbing the woman like that until somebody let off a shot, you know, that shit's crazy.
It is. It is. Shout out to the other employee who
There's a
tried to
couple of
stop it.
pots or something up in there. A French fry, fucking what is that
Hot
that
ass
you dump?
grease.
Yeah, that you dump in the hot grease. You know, you could have grabbed one of those and maybe got to hitting the girl up beside the head or something, man. Try to save this woman's life, bro, because she definitely went in there trying to end this girl's life, bro. She didn't just go up in there to just stab her and be like, "Fuck you, bitch." Like she went up in there to send this girl.
You know, I still got the scar from being burned by the fry rack at McDonald's on my arm. Like I there literally ran into someone while they was slinging the fry grease, the fry rack.
Appreciate you coming up, sis Lo.
But I'm looking at it right now. Like when you mentioned the fry grease, I'm like, I still got the scar. But thank you, Sis Lo, for joining us today. I'll holler at you later, boo. But yeah, she had put in the private chat that her phone's about to die. But yeah, that's a very sad situation. I really wish she would have either quit or maybe sat down and talked to the manager and told her how she really feel. Maybe they can have a kumbaya moment. But it's definitely not worth it. 26 years old, and whether she's locked up in a mental facility or in prison or both, but it's yeah.
She's gonna hit prison. She's not really showing signs like that to where she can't get prison time.
Yeah,
she's definitely coherent.
Her song said "sober and in love."
Right. So there it is. There. So she could try to play the role she wants, but she basically just went in there on some rage shit and she was judge and jury. You know what I'm saying? Basically.
I was like, what the hell? When I was listening to that shit, like sober in love, I was like, what do I know this song? Did she write this song? That song was so eerie. Like sober in love, or you about to kill your lover? Like, I'm like, oh my God, that song was really, it gave me chills. Listen to, and then she's at work at McDonald's. Like, if I was at work at McDonald's, I'm gonna probably be playing some upbeat song like, hey, I'm back here about to get these fries out, But the song that she was playing, like, and then what happened later on?
What's wild is that she really rep McDonald's though.
She did.
The hats, the jackets, like, you know what I mean? I've never seen nobody rep their job so motherfucking. I know people get on,
but that's already.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm done.
But that's one of those signs. Like, you got the jacket to match the hat and the glasses to match the whole fit at the same color as your hair. Oh yeah. No, you didn't come up here to go. You didn't come up here to work. No. You not here to work. No, that's not why you here.
She didn't come to work at all. She came to put in some work. That's what she did. She came to put in some work.
So Riggs, when I was talking about numbness earlier, like it won't. I don't think being numb is necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, I think that all of us here on this panel are old enough to see things that have happened to us in so many ways, whether it be police, it be our own people, it be ourselves. We've seen things happen to us in so many different ways that it's kind of like not a surprise at this point. So for you to be able to say, like, it's just some shit that happened. Like, niggas die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? For everybody that's seen Paid in Full, like, niggas die every day, B. You feel me? And it's not to discredit, the loss of life. It's just one of those things where you just figure out how to move around in life when these things happen. You just figure out how to.
And the thing is, Watts, is it's areas. You know what I'm saying? It's areas. It's being aware. It ain't going down like that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But like certain areas and certain type of gatherings and shit like that, it's awareness. You know what I'm saying? So, that can be a preventive yourself, and that's why I say, like, you just got to be in tune with your peoples, man, your kids or whatnot, or when they go out and just do things, you just got to be lightweight in tune with them, man, because it's really easy to fucking be, like I said, at the wrong place at the right fucking time, man. Really easy. And it's, I mean, I even myself, like, I look a certain way. And when I pull up to certain areas, people don't
look
think
kind
I'm.
of intimidating if I didn't know you. I ain't gonna hold you.
But the thing is I don't, I don't look the age that I am. And people may think I may be younger, may think I'm with some old other shit. I pull up with my music, you know what I'm saying? So just my image, kind of can put me in a situation like I gotta watch where I be. I just can't pull up to every spot and every, liquor store or whatnot in the hood. I'm gonna get pressed. You know what I mean? I wear gold and shit around my neck and all kind of shit. Like motherfuckers, they'll try to
your own people, my nigga.
Yeah, and that's a fact. But it's the awareness though. Like I gotta check myself. I know I can't just be going everywhere and anywhere. And people be like, "Oh, you a sucker, man. You call it what you want." I know what goes down. I've been places, man, to where my niggas was waiting for motherfuckers to come through on some old other shit so they can get their motherfucking ass. So you can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how motherfuckers maneuver. And I know I ain't from that area or from that side of town. So I'm gonna keep it as cool as possible. I'm not gonna be all up in the hood fucking liquor store and hood whoopty whoop and all. Nah, man, I'm good, bro. Just because I know how I look and how I present myself and how a motherfucker might just be on some old other shit. And like 100 Watt said, man, it be your own people. And that's the cold shit. It be your own fucking people.
You're right. They do be on people. And when you go to different places, like my city might not have as much crime as a lot of other places, nationwide, but we do have our little hot spots. But also, when you grow up in the hood, you kind of immune to it too. It's like okay, so like if you're not from a certain area and you just walking down the street and you happen to see somebody who looks intimidating, if you're smart, you're gonna try to have a little stance about yourself. Have a little you want to don't want to appear scared or timid or like you about to run for the hills, right? But so certain spots where you might be, if you see somebody and you might think, oh shit, I mean, I done had it be your own people. I remember when I was younger, in the probably second grade. Yep, second grade, because we moved when I was in the third grade. So probably second grade. That's back in the food stamp book days for the poor people. When we had the books for the food stamps. And my mother had asked me to go to the corner store to buy some bread. So I didn't want to go because all family and friends over. I'm crying and all that kind of. I don't want to go to the store. My auntie was like, "Don't
That
let
blue
her
and
go to the
pink
store."
and green money.
Yes,
Hated it.
pink, green,
Hated
gray.
it.
Yes. And so my auntie was like, "Don't send her to the store. Don't send her to the store. She don't want to go. No, we need some bread." So anyway, I go take this trip to the store by myself. Like all these people here, the boys here, and they sent me by myself. And I'm walking down the street, and I see these guys on the other side of the street, and they teenagers. Mind you, I'm in the second grade. They look like they're at least 14, 15. And they just gave me this look that said chills down my back. And I'm like, am I about to get kidnapped? I'm like, I didn't know what was about to happen, but I sensed something. And next thing I know, they crossed the street and they was directly in front of me. And they was like, I'm a kid. I got the food stamps in my hand. It ain't even real money. It's food stamps. But, they like, give me your money. I'm like, all I got is food stamps. I'm like, I couldn't believe what was happening to me. I'm in the second grade. all I got is food stamps. Give me a food stamp. Man, the boy pulled out a knife. One of the boys pulled out a switchblade. As soon as I saw that thing pop open, I just turned around. I was running down the streets, crying and screaming at the top of my lungs. The neighbors like, what the fuck is going on? Are you okay? I flew all the way home. And then I told them what happened. My auntie's like, I told you, don't send her to the store. She didn't want to. She could have been killed. But I say that to say, from that day forward, if I feel any type of way, no matter what hood I'm in, I immediately find another route, get the fuck out of there, because you have to go by your senses, because it be your own people. It be your own people trying to fuck with you and fuck you over. So you is not lying about that at all. And I've been that way ever since. Shit, I will drive around different blocks, get on the other side of the street, and that's in the hood that I was raised in. But yeah, you're absolutely right about that. So,
But we're such a beautiful people, though. We're
Yeah.
such a beautiful people. Thankfully, we're not the worst of us. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, we're not the worst of us. The media likes to portray it that way, though. I do
Yeah, we're
wish we
not
would
all
do
like
better
that.
about. Yeah, I do wish we would do better about taking care of each other, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that girl she clearly needed a hug, fam. Like she clearly needed somebody to just love her. Not even on those. She need to find a man. You know, she need to be in a relationship. Like like Shorty legitimately just needed somebody to just care about her. And I wish that we would do better about like caring about
Yeah,
each
she
other.
definitely needed a friend.
Yeah.
Somebody to maybe try to keep her balanced and keep her thoughts, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more in reality.
Especially with what she
As
had
well as
going
her music, you know, that making, you know, like sometimes people, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but it's good to have, you know, people around you that keep it 100 with you, though, because the thing is if you celebrate that behavior with them like that, and they go out there around other people, and then they're telling them the real, and really just really breaking their heart and just really killing their dreams, but they're thinking, well, damn, you like my shit, why didn't you tell me you see what I'm saying? Now it's gonna come back on you. There's ways you can do it, but I mean, it's good to always have people around you that are grounded, man, that are grounded. You can be off, but it's good to have a fucking friend or somebody that's grounded, man. Hopefully a grounded person that takes interest in you. I've taken interest in people that weren't all the way, you know what I'm saying, there, just because I knew, you know what I'm saying, and I fuck with them, you know what I'm saying, chop it up with them, whatever, you know, talk, whatever, because I know a lot of motherfuckers probably wouldn't, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, sometimes, you know, people, you need that, bro. Like some people, they be a little off, you know what I'm saying, and they need, you know what I'm saying, to have somebody around them that can kind of, you know, put a little bit of oomph in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not, you know, get your hair cut or anything, you know what I'm saying, and I may be that partner, like, hey man, it's that time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You going on 2 months, bro. Let's go, you know, shit, you know. But nobody else ain't gonna tell you that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The reason I disagree with what landlord is saying right now,
I didn't see it,
because friends and family can't stop when it's mental, right? The only reason I disagree with that in this particular situation is because Hood Table, you said that her first case was in Virginia and this happened in Detroit. So that means that this girl is clearly moving around. So it's possible that her family is in Virginia and she in Detroit by herself. So again, just one of those, she was just at her end, like this could very well be the straw. Like, it was just one of them days where it was like the straw that broke the camel back.
And then you heard what happened at
it
her
didn't
house.
result into killing somebody, but I didn't have plenty of them.
Yeah. And then you heard what happened at her house, right? With her living with somebody who basically be making her do certain things to live there that she was tired of, and she had expressed how she didn't want to do it anymore. And again, we're not making no excuses for the girl, because what she did was fucked up. But like you said, she could have been got help. Like, who knows? I mean, I gotta further look into the situation in Virginia, you know, since I'm gonna be following this, you know, to see what had happened, or if there was any time served, or, you know, whatever. But you don't know what people are going through every day. And a lot of people growing up had horrible lives at home. I know where I lived, there was a lot of people dealing with poverty and, you know, family frictions in the family, and just all kind of drama and shit. It was like a normal thing growing up. You know, it really was. And it's sad that it was normalized like that. But you never know what people have going on at home. And when people don't have nobody to talk to, that shit fester up on side and bulls over inside. You never know what the hell's gonna happen. You really don't know. And I think this landlord back here. What's up, landlord?
What's up with it? It's B. It's B.
How you doing?
Yeah, we're chilling. What's up with y'all? What's up with everybody? What's up, Rick? What's up with
What's
what
going
up,
down,
guy? How's
landlord?
everything? What's happening with it? My thing is, you know, you gotta do research on certain areas and how people are with VA is very much a state who don't have access to larger cities or states. You know, you got to go there too. And then even if you go there, you can go to where you have places that's a larger state and they fucked up too. People in Florida, you can disagree or not, but I'm just saying.
Hey, California ain't sweet either, okay? California ain't sweet either.
Well, I don't know where you from, but yeah, California ain't sweet, and I was gonna go there. Don't get me wrong.
I'm from Virginia. I just
Oh shit! Oh shit! I think I might go in Avatar mode.
No, I'm no, I'm gonna go there. I'm just saying the mental health system in so many places, especially smaller places, it's just not there. I see being here in California and being here in the Bay Area and just this little area that I'm in around the East Bay area. And we have a place that they call John George. And they're so quick to send people who might be loaded that night or whatever it is and send them up there to the little psychiatric spot because they was acting up and giving that booty juice. Now you gave them a medicine that makes them crazy. So even if you have a mental person, all you're doing is grabbing them and taking them off the street and giving them that booty juice. And if you don't continue being able to afford that booty juice,
what the hell is booty juice?
Man, that shit that's supposed to sedate you from being motherfucking nuts. So when you get on that booty juice,
what are you talking about, like Xanax?
Whatever that shit they shoot in their ass, because that's where they gonna shoot it at, in your ass. That's where they gonna shoot that shit. It's in your ass cheek. They gonna shoot that shit in your ass cheek. That's why we call it booty juice.
I thought it was just penicillin, but okay.
Totally different thoughts. I'm like, what?
It was just penicillin.
Booty juice is, hey, they were sticking in whatever that shit that they have in their ass and sedate them, and it makes them, it turns them into zombies. And when they off of it, now they going back to their regular self. So they keep them on that shit. So now when they release you after 72 hours of that shit, now you need it, and you can't afford to get it no more.
Right.
Unless you're there. So that girl right there, man, I don't know what was in her head, and the supervisor, man, she probably was a bitch. She probably was that motherfucker that was just feeling herself being there for 15 years type shit. If old girl was that Looney Tune playing in the balls and all that type of shit, you're supposed to see that in the interview process.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just mental health is a whole different thing, and like I said, even though she had a history of it, man, a motherfucker with a history of stabbing, you got to look into.
And how'd she get hired? Like,
it's McDonald's. Hey, I want to know when they had those new uniforms and shit. I ain't been to a McDonald's in hella long. Where them new uniforms come from?
Oh no, you got to be in the cold for that.
That looked like some warehouse work. That didn't look like that at the McDonald's. What the fuck was that?
I still remember the uniforms I wore back in the day.
That shit was fancy as fuck. Detroit got a live up in their McDonald's.
Wow.
I'm just saying, man, with mental health shit, man, it's just hard to really just. Yeah. That's why I made my statement of saying, man, family, friends, nobody, man, if a person is mental, a person is mental. And that's hard to really, really deal with. And a lot of folks don't want to deal with it. And there's no programs to really help deal with it. That's the problem in America right now.
You're right. Where I am in Nebraska, we had this place called Richard Young.
Oh shit! You said Nebraska?
Yeah. Yes. And we had
school us on black folks in Nebraska. Let me, shit. Tell me.
if you don't stop, every time somebody say that to me, I'm gonna have y'all. I want $5 every time somebody say that. But, we had this place called Richard.
I really want to hear it though, man. Please educate me.
I was just gonna say we had this place called Renter Young in Nebraska, and it was this facility, you know, for people who had like mental issues and things like that. And I just wanted to add to the point that it's not a lot of places anymore. Like back in the day, come on, y'all remember back in the day, it was churches, it was Catholic facilities.
None of those places helped out the mental. None of those places.
Behavioral health programs, whether they helped or not, they were
None of those places helped out the mental.
everywhere, and a lot of them closed down across the nation. Remember, they took like money away from the funding for a lot of those facilities, and one of ours was shut down as well. But it was pretty well known in our area, that facility. People came from far and wide to there, and you know that's one thing that we say in our community. When we dealing with people going off the rocker like that, having mental issues, it's like there's not enough places for people like that. And family, we at times don't know how to deal with people in our family who are mental. We at times want to stay away from them, keep the kids from them. They crazy. Ain't no telling what they'll do. They'll try to kill you, hurt you, whatever. So when they don't have any type of support, they can end up doing shit like this, just snapping off and hurting and causing harm to somebody. So
hey, the hood table, real quick. Can I ask a question real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Is you in Nebraska? That is in that movie with DMX and Nas.
Belly.
When he said I don't like that nigga. Was that in Nebraska?
Yes. Let me tell you.
No, I just wanted to make sure. I'm not clowning Nebraska.
That was
I'm not clowning Nebraska. I'm not clowning Nebraska.
But hood table niggas wasn't having their hair like that out there, right? That was kind of a spoof, right? Oh shit!
They
I'm on
weren't
mute.
really in Nebraska. They had it set as Nebraska, but they
no. I understand that. I mean, it's a lot of sets. It's a lot of places they feel shit that ain't where you know they sell. But I'm just saying, you know, that was Nebraska. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Why the motherfucker always walking around with banana? Like what?
Hey, what? So that wasn't the accurate portrayal.
That ain't how we look.
Back then,
hey, I didn't even trip on the banana. She said they had motherfuckers thinking motherfuckers walking around with bananas. I forgot all about the banana, bro. God damn.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. When he said that, the first thing that popped in my head was a nigga with a perm eating a banana. That was the first thing that popped in my head.
The only truest part of that movie was if you in that type of trade, you know that the Midwest was where it's at. We were like we're very, if you look at the map and just point the finger, that's where we are. So a lot of things come through here. You know,
okay.
A lot of things.
Okay, Nebraska.
Drugs,
I'm gonna jump off and I'm gonna come back on. I am gonna cut. I just wanted to break it up and make some laughs go on because we are discussing some tragic shit. I'm not gonna shit on Nebraska like I did Virginia.
I'm the only black person here, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna shit on Nebraska and Virginia right now, shit. But I'm gonna come back though. I'm gonna come back.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back though. If you still live, I'm gonna come back. I gotta make a run, but I'm gonna come back though.
All right. I'm gonna have me a hoodcation.
All right, y'all.
A lot of these, and thank you for coming up, landlord. A lot of these content creators be having shit going on in their cities for their subscribers. I'm gonna throw a hoodcation one day. I'm gonna show y'all motherfuckers. I am not the only black person here. We get down just like any other city. We have the same shit y'all have: crimes, black people, hoods, nice neighborhoods, good jobs, horrible jobs. Like we ain't no different than anybody else on the map. Okay, like seriously. But one thing I think I'm gonna do that for real. I'm gonna have to show y'all. But no, for real, if you've never been through here, you would know how it is through here. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But anyway, anybody else got anything else to add? We approaching
Shout
our 2
out to
hour
Nebraska.
point.
Yeah, we 2 hours in.
Specifically the O and E, okay? The O to the N to the E. Okay, Terrence Crawford Nation. That's all I gotta say.
You always bring up Terrence Crawford. That's
That's all I
why
gotta say. That's all because I didn't post the pictures
you
before,
always bring up
but
Terrence
he has been a
Crawford.
very big support to our hip hop line dance team over the years. I got plenty of pictures that I posted with me and him. My cousin, who I just made a cake for that I posted. My cousin, that strawberry crunch cake. Her bestie is his auntie. So and the auntie is on my line dance team. So basically, I've been knowing them, and then there's just Omaha. It's a lot of people related to each other, so it's a small world in this neck of the woods. So a lot of people are very familiar with him. Grew up in the same hoods, so he's a cool cat. He's a cool.
Do you bank with the Mutual Bank of Omaha?
It's not actually a real bank.
Oh.
It's like a life insurance.
Oh yeah.
It's a life
I take
insurance
that back. God
Yeah.
dog it. I take that back.
But way back in the day, the Mutual Omaha, they used to have that show, the Wild Kingdom. It was like they were y'all remember the Wild Kingdom back in the day? It used to come on TV. Yeah, that came out of here, and it was like backed by Mutual Omaha. But that's why a lot of people know that name too. But yeah, it's not a real bank. It's just life insurance, health insurance.
Hey, shout out to Nebraska.
Yeah. But I've been telling people, if y'all come through this area anytime, hit me up. I will take y'all out. I will invite you. As long as you ain't crazy, we got to have some type of relationship. I invite you over to the crib. We can party, kick it, take you out and about. But I have some people on here who are real cool who, I wouldn't mind, showing them the lay of the land and stuff out here. But yeah, we got to have that type of, relationship. Not anybody, but yeah. Anyway, but so that's all I got. Landlord's back. Oh Lord, he about to talk about the break. Hold on, y'all. What is it?
Damn, nigga, you took care of that run that fast?
Hey, I didn't make the run yet. I was walking to make the run.
And he had to jump back on here and say something.
And she said, whatever you in Nebraska, it's all good. My question is, what are we coming to Nebraska to see?
It's a lot of things here to see. It's a whole state with a lot of different areas. I mean,
as long as
every state is like that. But
landlord, as long as it's some sundresses, you will be okay. As long as you see some sundresses, you will be okay.
No, you need
I will say this. If I was to come, it would have to be a California team coming to Nebraska to play the Cornhuskers.
That'll be cool.
And I would be in town. But other than that, though, sell your state, man. Sell your state, please. Please sell your state. I'm just trying to keep it funny.
Google is your friend.
Nebraska.
We had a lot of celebrities. We just had 4 black young high school graduates go to the NBA 2 weeks ago. Like, there's a lot of good things that come out of here, out of our city. And when y'all say Nebraska, y'all lump it as a whole. We have big major cities in the state. So
Nebraska
people say
plays
Nebraska,
USC on November 1st.
Like, we have major cities in the state that do great things. So a lot of great Warren Buffett out of here, Terrence Crawford out of here. I can go on and on.
Don't you say Terrence Crawford no more.
Terrence Bud Crawford.
God damn, man. Terrence Crawford is living in the hood table, boy.
Malcolm X, Gabrielle Union. Y'all know Gabrielle, right? She's from Omaha. I mean, like, it's a lot of good things that came out of here. So yeah, but I'm not about to sell my state. Like, yeah.
Anyway. Shit, the hood table came up out that motherfucker. That's all you got to say.
I came up out this motherfucker. Gabrielle Union is from the Bay, right?
The Gabrielle Union from Omaha. She moved to the Bay after she left here.
Okay. Hey, school me. Let me know.
Google is your friend. Her family.
Let me know.
Yeah, she still got family that lives here.
Yeah, she got school where?
She went to California. She worked at the shoe store.
Not just California. Not just California.
About Gabby. I know a lot about Gabby. But
Not just California, but where she come to.
I can't remember off the top of my head. San Francisco. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know she came from here.
But I got you. I wanna learn about your state. I really do.
Well, Google is your
Because
friend.
I fuck with you. So I'm just up here bullshitting. I'm just trolling.
I know.
I'm just trolling. Represent Nebraska, motherfucker. That's what you do.
Just like y'all represent y'all shit all day.
Yeah, represent that shit. I like that. Represent that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you an empty nester now? Shit, I might need to come to Nebraska.
An empty nester?
Not yet. I got a couple.
That's what she said.
I know, but I'm
said
just
she an
saying
empty
though.
nester.
You acted on that fast.
I said he's gonna be moving soon. I said I got a couple.
Okay. I got time. Don't worry.
What you laughing for, 100 watts?
Hey, Nebraska 2026.
Now he want to fly to the nigga.
Nebraska 2026.
He said you, nigga. God damn. Man.
Nebraska 2026.
In my Shaquem voice, I'm going on mute.
I had a headache, man, but now my shit done left, man. That's great, man.
Hey, I'm about to make this run down though, but yeah, I just came up here.
Yeah,
Let me make this run. I'm gonna holler in a minute, man.
All right.
Hood table 2026.
2026. All right. Oh my God.
From the logo. Okay. From B3.
That nigga gonna show up at your door, man. That shit crazy. Hey, Tay-Bay, that's a fact though. You know what I'm saying? Bro was on that so fast though. I was like, God damn, you know what I mean?
Clean his room first.
This shit, boy.
Can you wipe down the walls good and get all the shit out the bedroom first? You know, it's funny that he mentioned that though, because my son, the baby, is
The table was like, yeah, but not yet though. Not yet.
Not yet. Though.
I'm gonna start a table. USC is playing in Nebraska November 1st. Okay? November 1st.
See, y'all be sleeping on. You know what? Like I said, I ain't gonna sell my place, but people do be sleeping on us. But I did tell him the other day. I said, when you do move out, I want to make sure that bedroom's clean. I want walls, baseboards, mops, sweep, ceiling fans, closet from wall to walls. I want that shit spick and span because that's gonna be my grandson's room. And he's like, "Dang, mom, so basically you want me to leave it like a landlord? Don't I own my shit? Am I not the landlord? But not only that, but you are my son, and I want you to clean that shit, and I want it to look like the way it did when we bought this motherfucker." So yeah, he was like, "Dang, mom, why you acting like a landlord?"
I'm teaching you how to get your deposit back when you grown, nigga. I'm teaching you how to get that first month rent back when you move out.
And
when
he
you
knows.
grown.
100 watts. Trust me, he knows because we done stayed in many places while they was growing up. And one thing we do is we never leave. I mean, we be in there for like a whole week or so sometime at the old spot to make sure we get our deposit back, cleaning, wiping walls, all that shit. So he knows how it goes. But I told him if it looks like it should, at least as close as it can to when we moved in, because you know he's a child, but he's a grown ass child with a grown ass job, so he do pay bills, right? So I told him when he paid bills next week that I'll get him back half of the money that he gives me. You know, just as a, you know, just throw that towards your new spot. He was like, "For real, mom?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, you know." You ain't on no contract or nothing. You're my child. I'm responsible for the shit that goes on here, whether you're here or not. But that's one thing I did tell him. So I'm like you said, treating him like a landlord. You know, that's what a landlord would do. They would give you back money.
Don't say landlord's name too many times. That nigga might pop up again.
You know what? I wasn't even thinking about it.
He like, say it again. Say it again.
Like you said, if you say Buzz name one more time, Reed. If you say Buzz,
hey fam, if he pop back up here doing one of these,
he went from Terrence Crawford to Buzz now.
Bud.
Buzz or Bud?
Bud.
Bud, god damn.
No, he did not come back. And then I'm sorry, but I can't fuck with somebody who I can't see online.
Oh shit! Look at hood table. Look at hood table, man. Look
I
at
mean,
hood
it's
table,
fucking weird, man.
man.
It's like I'm
Hold
coming
on.
from
So
the
so
with
so
my car through. I'm like,
you can't say nothing to somebody with an L logo.
I gotta see what you look like.
So the L logo that ain't enough.
I gotta know what you look
Damn.
like. No, I would never be somebody online that I
I
don't know.
should have came up on this motherfucker with a B logo. You know what I'm saying? They just hear the voice, and I just kept it G the whole time. Motherfuckers be like, "Who the fuck is this nigga?"
I appreciate people who are bold enough to show themselves online, despite the way these sectors can be. I appreciate that. And that's one thing I love about our show. Neither one of us are scared to turn that motherfucking camera on, no matter how the day went, no matter if I motherfucking cut my goddamn self, arching my eyebrows like I did earlier. And I hope y'all can't see the scar on my eye because I tried to cover it up, but I was bleeding before I started the show. But anyway, like, I appreciate people who come on here and show their face. I don't do it all the time, but you know, I'm just saying, if you do want to meet me, like I gotta know what you look like, and I gotta be cool. We gotta have a
Damn. Hey, landlord, you might have to cam up or something, bro. Because like, I mean, you done put something in the atmosphere. You feel me? Lightweight getting a bite. So you might need to fuck around. You might need to fuck. You might need to fuck around and show a cam, man.
Nah, like it was my hunger, like Charlie, like Deanna, like you know, people cool with Cislo, like even you, Riggs. We got car crews here and shit. We have car shows, they travel and all that kind of. We have a lot of shit going on here that people don't really think we do. But I'm like, oh, you coming to let's do a show together. We about to cam up on these bitches, you know. But no, it got to be somebody I'm familiar with, like. Somebody familiar with you just ain't gonna accept nobody into your social
No,
world.
that's a fact.
Outside.
That's a fact.
You know, I ain't saying he'll do something to me because I stay strapped all the time. But I mean, you know, my family, like y'all, hey, he say Nebraska, like, want to, don't sleep on Nebraska. Shit. Shit, you better check your facts. Go back and do some research on the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. And it was like little Chi-Town in this motherfucker. That's what they used to call us. Bodies dropping every day. Like, they was like real gangsters back here when that drug trade came in. That's why they did the shit belly in Showcase, Nebraska, because that's where it was at with the drug trade back in the day. Like seriously. So yeah. But anyway,
shit, I just found the open mic. Hey, I just found the open mic for Nebraska. Anybody trying to fuck with it? Goddamn, they got Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights. Hey, look, man, goddamn, Nebraska got whatever you need.
People just don't even know. Like people just don't even know. But if you're not from here, if you're not used to the area, like you know, you're just not. You know, but it is what it is.
So on your block, you got a couple of black people on your block?
A couple? I don't know where any white people are near me. Like everybody over here black.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what? It's funny, Riz, because with my kids, every time we move, they're like, Mama, why every time we find a new house, we deeper and deeper in the damn hood? And we used to say that to my mom, though, growing up, too, because my brothers were Crips. So, and the majority of our family was Bloods, but my brothers and certain other few people were Crips. So we kind of, but we were still family. You know what I'm saying? No matter what set you were from, you know how families are.
Period.
It don't matter. Like if something happened to the Crip side, the blood's coming through. You know, and vice versa. But my mother would move us deeper and deeper in blood territory, and my brothers was always like, "Fuck, mom, why the fuck?" Like when I say we from the hood, we from the hood. The same, might not look exactly like yours, but a hood is a hood is a hood. You know, poor people, poverty, gangs, crime, drugs. You know, but that's what my boy said. That's why the youngest one moved way out west, where he about to be in 2 weeks. And I'm like, damn, you just gonna act, you just gonna forget where you came from, I guess. He's like, no, I'll still come through, and yeah, we'll see. But nah, y'all look at the history of Omaha. A lot of people don't know, but we got a lot of good things that came out of here, a lot of history, you know. But yeah. What up, Happy Life? How you doing, love?
Get out of here, Happy Life. Get out of here.
You know, I know Happy Life wouldn't mind coming here. I would have fun if Happy Life came here. I'll take him all over the city. Happy Life is cool as fuck and he's funny.
Oh my God.
But anyway, anything else y'all got before we wrap up? We on 219. What y'all got? So we can be out this piece.
Love your people, man. Check on your peoples, man. Stop being afraid to show love, man.
Absolutely.
The internet tell you that it's glazing, but I don't give a fuck. I want to make sure I tell those that I love them and I appreciate them for what they do. You know what I'm saying?
What's up? What's up? What's up? You know what time it is.
You know he was gonna hit the link, Riggs.
Man, what we talking about? You know what?
See?
You is so late.
Very late.
Man,
that's why I told him to get out of here. How you show up when we about to close out?
Yo, I got through watching Man dragging Mr. West on lemons, man.
You know what, Riggs? Let me tell you, I am at the bottom of the list.
I know. That's why I said I know he was everywhere. Yeah.
Happy Life used to come over here and support me, but now I am at the bottom of the list, and he showed up to my show.
Man, bottom of the barrel.
When I say
you ain't at the bottom.
Yes, I am. Yes,
You just said it. Oh, I was watching this person get dragged and this person, but I'm here now, hood table. That's what that's the page you on, brother.
Bro, Lemons platform got a lot of shit going on.
And now you're gonna talk about somebody else's platform on our motherfucking show.
That's Happy Life.
That should really get you evicted, but that's crazy.
You know what? Now he over here promoting.
That's crazy.
I'm not
so now you just did, brother. We over here doing our thing, and you talking about somebody else that's doing their thing somewhere else, brother.
All right, what y'all got going on?
And now you want to ask what we got going on is we about to close out. That's what we got going on.
We about to close out Happy Life.
Late guy. That's how you did us tonight, Happy. That's why I'm on your head right now, because that's how you did us tonight, brother.
You know why I'm late.
I don't know why you late. And
I was on somebody else's line.
Hit me up
See?
on
He don't love you no more.
Who the hell was that?
You used to hit me up on IG and give me all the tea. He don't even do that anymore.
Man, you know,
shit. Happy Life is a behind the scenes guy, huh?
You might hit me up with one word answers, but you don't hit me up.
So just because I hit you up with one word answers, at least I wasn't ignoring you.
Oh, he want a paragraph from you. Damn.
No, I want like a couple
This is crazy. Hey, you better.
I do ignore some people on IG. I do ignore some people on IG, but at least I respond to you with a laugh out loud or a smiley face or side eye or something.
I know,
but she do be one lining you, huh? Happy Life.
I just want a couple. That's all. Like, man,
she
shit
said
is
a laughing
crazy.
emoji or something.
Oh boy, you not helping.
I just
this
want
nigga spilling all kind of tea, and you like, oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, but
Thanks.
I want a little more than all right. Like,
And
Happy
one's like, oh man, I appreciate
Okay,
Happy Life. Use a hitter.
Life, Happy Life. You want a little bit more from me?
Yeah, like you know, with Jerry, we got this bond. You know what I'm saying? Like, conversate a little bit. Like, don't hold back.
Okay, well then come through with a cake emoji, then, nigga. You got everybody else's emoji. Come through with a cake emoji and represent the hood table one day, then. Motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, so you don't know she's the cake diva? Man, you just finna lose all day today, Happy Life. This is crazy. That cake hard.
So what emoji should I do? Like a cake, just a cup?
Oh man, you know what, Happy Life? You do whatever you want to do. All I know is you came late to our. That's nice. You came late to our show tonight. You didn't give two shits. Then you're gonna ask us what the hell we was talking about when it's in the goddamn fucking caption of the show. This is crazy. But you know about everybody getting dragged and all that old other shit. You know, you can name everybody's name that done got cussed out today. and you can't even tell us the name of the topic of our show. God damn it, you gotta
I
go.
mean, y'all got Philly mass shootings. Y'all got McDonald's going on.
What happened at McDonald's? Happy.
And
And it wasn't a Happy Meal.
I think somebody got stabbed at McDonald's.
Okay, for sure. That looks good too.
That's
I'd
just
actually
a
want a
little bit.
piece of
That's
that
just
like
a little
right
bit.
now,
Those
to
who
be
follow
honest
me
with
on
you.
my cake page, there I got hundreds and hundreds going
This
back.
nigga threw up a cupcake. Look.
Like, if anything, if you don't know shit about me,
This
you
nigga threw
know
up a cupcake, dog.
I am the cake dealer.
Is
Hella
that good enough
fast.
for you? That's
Hey, you
good
doing
enough for
Happy Life,
you.
man? You a cold dude, bro. That's all I know,
That's just
man.
a little taste of
You a
what the hood
cold
tastes
dude, man.
like. But look at Hunter Watts. He like what? But
Hey,
no,
he probably was like, damn, she going through all these slides. Let me go ahead and change this picture real quick. You on mute, bro. You on mute. 100 watts. You on mute. You on mute.
That's right. That's right. Happy life, no.
You on mute. 100 watts. You on mute.
Fuck, am I still on mute?
There you go. We can hear you now.
I'm still on mute. All right, bet. No, but
Yeah, we
I
hear
be
you.
in real life laughing at this shit. Sometimes I be watching y'all and I just be in real life laughing at this shit. It's fucking hilarious. That man said you gonna have to drop a cupcake emoji in the chat. And this motherfucker changed his logo to a goddamn
Fast. Fast, 100 watts. Oh, that nigga may fuck around and show up on your stream, bro, and be a goddamn 100-watt goddamn emoji, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lightning bolt with watts or some shit. Who knows?
Can y'all see that cake?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
like
what I
4
gotta
tiers.
make. I gotta make that 4 tiers. I gotta make that in September for a wedding. But yeah, I am the cake boss of this motherfucker, the cake bitch of this motherfucker. So yeah, you could at least every now and then drop a couple of cakes up in the chat. You know.
Yeah, happy life. You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
But he know I'm just fuck with him. I like me some happy life.
I'm not.
Man, you know you love you some happy life. Look at me now. People like me, see, like before. You remember Hood Table. You was like, man, I don't doubt happy life, man. Just let them hang in there a little bit. Now look at me.
And you know what, Happy Life? I was one of the very few who accepted you into the B section with no questions asked.
No question.
Everybody else gave you grief. Okay.
Every agree. Yes.
Grief. Okay. So yeah.
How you follow God's work with a water emoji?
How you
follow what?
Doing God's work in 2025 with a water emoji?
Who's doing God's work?
Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong.
Maybe that's a line he stole from another content creator. 100 watts. That's what that is.
Maybe I'm thinking too hard.
How about you ask him that? Maybe that's a line he stole
I didn't
from
even
a
see
content
that. I need to put my
creator
glasses back on.
and put it underneath his. So ask him that, 100 watts. Ask him, hey, what content creator did you take that from? Happy Life? That's the question.
What's that Big Riz trying to instigate?
What am I instigating, brother? I'm just, it's a true question, bro.
And where are you portraying all this religion on Lemons panel? Like, where are
no, I'm just doing God's work in 2025.
So are you
with
like
water
a
emojis?
Person? Do you
with
belong
water emojis? What's the water emoji?
I mean,
what does that mean?
Really? You turn water into wine.
Water into wine. Water into wine.
Oh, you gave him an out. You gave him an out.
No, she didn't. That's what I was going to say. Water out of wine.
No, you wasn't.
I said water.
I was wondering what Cardi B bullshit you was about to say. I was waiting for it. What
Happy Life. If you don't quit lying, you know that's not what you was about to say.
I said water into something, but I couldn't know what it was.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Happy. I don't know.
It's holy water.
It's holy water.
You know what? Big Riz ain't gonna let you have it, okay? He ain't gonna let you have it. See, I'm trying to give you grace. But you know we cool, Happy Life. You know I'm just fucking with you. We cool.
Man, Hood Table, I'm trying to find your emoji for years and I could not find it.
Happy
Well,
life. Why don't you just use an emoji for yourself, brother? Why don't you use a caption for yourself, brother?
because you done been every other content creator, you done put their names behind you.
Like who the fuck is Happy Life? You know what I'm saying? Like
be
do
yourself.
something that's you. You know what I'm saying?
It is
Nigga,
me.
you like no, it ain't you. Like
I like
if
the
you
song.
like Transformers and shit like that, or books and Legos, nigga, you know, put that in your goddamn shit. Like, who is Happy? Fuck representing everybody else. Represent
Somebody say
yourself, brother.
Legos. Did somebody say Legos?
Damn. Can you eat those Legos?
Yes, they're edible.
Damn.
Nah, but my permanent group now is the Grove. Like that's it, the Grove.
Who's the Grove?
At Lemons, the Grove.
Holy shit.
The Grove.
The Grove. You know what? Happy life. Okay. Anything you guys want to say to close out on what
Yeah, get Happy out of here. No, shout out to Happy
I love
Life,
you,
man.
dog. I love you, dog. It was great seeing you again. I will holler at you later, okay, boo?
Look at him. He did the cake. Look at the cake.
All right.
This nigga crazy, man.
The Grove, I'm not even gonna ask because I'm not even gonna get into all that. I'm really not. But anyway, any last minute words from either one? And thank you so much for the watch. Have you hit my panel before? I don't think so.
No, this is first time hitting the panel, man.
Yeah, well, welcome to the
Shout out to 100 Watts.
Hood Nation.
We have been on Riggs. We've been on Riggs panel
Yeah.
together before. This is the first time on yours. I just
Thank
after
you.
the time we spent together on Riggs channel, I just been watching yours through this whole Diddy trial. Every day you've been up there, I've been on it, watching it through all this. Excuse me. So I've definitely become familiar with you and your content, your peoples, and the chat and the energy and all that. So I wanted to.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Thank you.
No,
Riz, if you don't get off that phone, I'm gonna come over there.
I'm out the way.
I'm about to be at the door to the bedroom. If you don't get off that phone, now. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I was
Riz,
going through
what
the
you
chat and
got?
all kind of shit, seeing what was
I know.
going on.
I'm just fucking with you. But what you got going on this week? You've been lately going live on Wednesdays and what, Friday? Fuck shit Friday?
Yeah, I did Friday because I did something with a brother of a certain age on Friday.
Cool. That dude.
Yeah,
is
he's real cool, man. I hope he comes around again, man, and we do something. I like his vibe, man. He real laid back. I'm laid back, so
on the last show,
yeah, I'm laid back. So it's like it was cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wednesday I'm gonna go live. I think I'm gonna title my shit because I was in the bushes and people always asking what sector is Rig from? What sector did Rig come from? Where's Rig from? And I've said it so many times.
I'll be hearing that too,
Rig.
I'll be hearing that too.
And I've broken down. I've never heard of a sector in my life until I came around here million times. But it's like I keep hearing it coming up. So I'm gonna definitely speak on that Wednesday. The where's Rig from? What sector is he from? So I'm gonna put that out there. And then we're gonna do our shit on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure we got something cool for Sunday. I'm glad people been sliding through and peeping us out on Sundays, man. That's a good look. Shout out to 100 Watts, man. He said he been fucking with you on your Diddy trials. I didn't know that. That's what's up, man. And yeah, that's what's up, man. And that's why I like networking, man. That's why I like bringing people on. Like my people and shit. Like if we're gonna talk about sectors, I met 100 Watts. You know what I'm saying? You ask him what sector he's from, he's gonna be like, what the hell is a sector?
Right.
We just happen to be on YouTube, and that's how I ran into 100 Watts. I ran into Be Easy. You know what I'm saying? I ran into Raw B. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
you ran into Lemon, and then you ran into the hood.
Well, I ran into them through running into with following Raw B over into Umar sector because she was going at it with somebody.
And that's why
eyes.
people thought you was from the Umar sector.
Right, because I was around them first. So I was around Umar sector maybe two to 3 days. And then Code Fam kept talking about the beef sector. And I liked how Code Fam moved. So I followed Code Fam over to the beef sector. And then once I got over there, and then I started seeing RS. And see, my main thing was to find out who the fuck Room Shaker was, because I seen her on a purge like a few years ago. My first purge I seen, and man, she was fucking going crazy on Ant's fucking purge. I was like, man, I want to find that fucking woman, bro. Like, and just there was a lot of people on there. I was like, who the fuck are these people, bro? And they're going crazy. Like, Lady Wu was there, like all these people. I wanted to fucking find out, like, where the fuck are these people on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? So once I ran into fucking Code, and then he ran into the beef sector, and then it's like I started seeing them. I was like, oh shit, I'm around these motherfuckers. And then it was over.
Like, and then
It's over. I got, everybody was, going at it with each other. It was something that I couldn't fucking detach from. Once I started, go ahead.
Somebody's gonna say the same thing about you one day. Just like they said about me one day. I was here, and I came across Big Rigs, and that's gonna be their history. Like, that's where it's gonna start. Like, you don't even realize you in a certain sector or a certain neck of the woods. You just come across people, and when you come across some people, then automatically you be like, well, shit, who they talking about? Who they following? And that's why, okay, low key, I hate when people give commentary and they don't want to say who they talking about. I hate that.
Right,
like,
right.
Get a sign,
right.
To a certain extent, but all these people just listen to basically one side of a story.
Yeah,
they don't know who you talking about, what really went down. So whenever I talk about something, I always say, "Well, I was over here, I was over there," or something like that, because I know what it feels like to be in a chat and you lost in the sauce.
Right.
So when people do mention those other names, they know that they eventually gonna get a click in a view. But that's how, the sectors, if that's what you want to call them, continue to grow and content continue to go on, is by people listening to other people and doing commentary off of other people. But I really hate that, boy. I just like, I ain't gonna say their name. I ain't gonna say their name. I'm like, man,
nah, I like that shit. And the thing is when I first came around, like, I only knew certain people. You know what I'm saying? So like the Nesses, the Lemons, and shit like that, I only knew them. So I would hear their commentary and hear who they was talking about, but I didn't know them. So then I was like, fuck, man, they always talk about these people. So now I started venturing off and trying to find out those people and hearing their side of the story. And then it was over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, holy shit. So then I'd be over there, and then I would see what was going on in the chat. And the chat tells everything.
Yep.
The chat don't fucking lie. There's people that been around so long, and they be in chats. Certain people got their people in chat, and they may not like the certain person that you may be talking about, and they know the real beans, the real story. So if you listen to one content creator, you can be somewhere else and hear something and be like, holy shit. And it's like, people ain't gonna tell you all the good and the bad when they tell you the story, especially if it involves them. They're not going to. So that's why, like, I was like, man, I gotta go see what these other motherfuckers is talking about. And then it was over, man.
You gotta find
it was over after that.
Find all the tea. And that's why I understand where is that Mother? I think that's where Spillerboy TV. When he says, I'm not gonna teach you the history, but I will correct you on the history. And me being 7 years into the B sector area, there's like nothing I haven't seen or haven't heard or witnessed that and went on. But when new people come in, that's why a lot of people aren't so kind and friendly to the new people, because they come in and they automatically hear a few storylines and they act like they know what the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Then they start doing commentary. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why certain people come in. Like I always say this, reason. I say this about you and a few other people. Not a lot, but you come in, and I'm not saying it's the right way or not, but you come in. You learn people, you listen, you sit on panels, you sit in chats, and you're just not on here like, oh yeah, 2 days in, yeah, what Ness said to such and such, yeah, that's some bullshit. Like that's why some people get sidelined automatically and they can't grow their channels over here because they don't come in the right way. Like, don't come in, like, I'm not saying be humble, I'm not saying that, but just don't come in on no rah shit when you don't even know that the B sector is 7-8 years in. we got millions of storylines. Like people that broke up, made up, all through the years. So it really helps if you like can understand a little bit about what's going on, especially before you start doing commentary. And that's why I said that before. That's why a lot of people fuck with you too, because of how you came into the space.
Right. And see, that's the thing, like, watching The Purge and watching shit, people, they cuss each other out. So people think when they come around y'all that that's what y'all want, that's what y'all expect from them, but it's disrespectful. You guys don't know these people. So you come in here cussing out, you or Jay Dunn or somebody, like, trying to whatever, like you banging or whatever. Like, it's like, who the fuck is you? This is our people. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no points for that shit. You feel me? So like, and Resto admitted it, because I remember when he came over, he was going bad, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy, man? I was like, this is crazy, and he was just going at it with everybody.
Or that other dude, Audio. Like some people feeling him, some people it's not. I'm like, as soon as I
they pick certain people, whatnot, but it's just like, I think that they think it's expected. You know what I'm saying? And some people, that is probably their mentality, to just be cussing motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? Like this, they come up on this app, you know what I mean, to get their shit off. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But when it comes to certain people, yes, they may do that, but that's their people. And that's one thing I realized when it comes to these sectors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they may do whatever they do, but that just because you an outsider don't mean you can come up over here and fuck with my fucking people like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna link up like Voltron, like they say, and go after you. You coming with that bullshit, thinking you're gonna come at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, get to know some shit, get to know some people or know some things before you just start popping your shit.
Right.
But me, I never was the type to, again, I'm gonna speak on it, where is Rig from? I don't know the sector type shit. So I don't speak on what goes on every day in a sector or this sector or what. I've never been on no, you know what I'm saying? I'll watch the shit, but I'm not gonna fucking speak on the shit and talk about it. Like, I mean, and I'm just speaking just for myself, just the type of nigga I am. You feel me? I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's almost like gossiping. So like, I don't do that. I'm not gonna speak on, you know what I mean? And plus, you guys got like fucking 5-10 people that speak on the same shit every fucking day. What the fuck you want to hear the shit from me for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I get it. Some people pop their shit differently. That's why I watch certain people, because I like the way they pop their shit, and then I can get my dose of everything.
Different point of view.
I can get my dose of what's going on. But like, I can't be watching everything, and I don't have the time or none of that to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna fucking be speaking on the shit. And every time you do speak on the shit, somebody may not like what you're saying. And I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I'm not that invested like that to be speaking on somebody's shit or giving a reaction and pissing somebody off, and now they mad at me or something over something that happened on their shit. Like, to me, that ain't my style. I'd rather try to come with a topic or something or some content, you know what I mean? And speak on it, you know what I mean? But to speak on what everybody else is doing or what happened over here or over there, I just don't see any point in me doing anything like that when there's already people doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And it is nice to get a different perspective. That's one thing I do like about the people who, because, with the B sector, a lot of people have said over the years, you're not B sector unless you beef. And I honestly haven't really had a beef like some of these people have. I didn't have disagreements or said a few words about certain situations, and people said shit about me, but I honestly ain't had a beef. And so a lot of people feel like you're not B sector unless you have an official beef. But people who have been in here for from the gate, who only do commentary, I still consider them B sector. The people who are in the chats who just watch, I still consider them B sector. Like it's a sector. Like, you can't get around it. I don't feel like you have to officially be in a beef and you have to dox people and you have to show the people how to be considered the B sector. You know what? But people see that different ways. But
right.
I do like to hear different perspectives of things, but when it comes to giving commentary, you do gotta be careful, because I did commentary and I still do every now and then, although I haven't found anything to commentate about, because I haven't found anything interesting to commentate about. And I'm really behind on a lot of shit that's going on in the sector because it's really not that interesting to me. But that's just my personal opinion, you know, and the plays and the replays and the storyline. It's like, you know, it is what it is. No shade, no tea, but it is what it is. But when I do commentary and somebody don't like what you like, you know, it's the B sector. So a lot of times, Riggs, even if you do commentary or anybody else, somebody might find offense to what you said and they want to start a beef with you because you're doing commentary. And nobody has ever been able to pull me into that in all the years I've been over here. You can sit over there, you can argue by your damn self if you don't like something I said. I will not give you the satisfaction to go back and forth with you because that's not what I'm here for. I've always been here for to give commentary. That's it, that's all. You know, period. But you know, and that's why some people say, well, you're not me particularly, but I'm just saying people in general, you're not B sector if you don't beef. And I just don't agree with that. But I am looking forward to your show. So if you want to chime in on what I just said or anything and, you know, advertise your next show, feel free. You got a link now. You got a rent so you can drop your
Yeah,
link.
I seen that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
drop
that.
your link.
But yeah, what you just said, you know, that's what's up. And you know, I'm not beef sector, I'm not no sector, I'm not Umar sector, but I do get a lot of respect from both. And I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't deny them. I think that they both are dope. I appreciate the love that they give me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel you have to claim a sector or anything like that. I think if people rock with you and genuinely fuck with you, that's what matters, man. I mean, all that other shit, that's just, you know, for words and for whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I do salute them, you know what I'm saying, that they came through like big dogs for me. And even the black sector, I even be getting a lot of love from the black sector. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I appreciate all the sectors, man. You know what I mean? And shit, if it wasn't for y'all, shit, there wouldn't be no Rig, because Rig wasn't gonna be popping his shit, man. Y'all the one that got me to really
support and what do you
yeah,
call
y'all the ones that got me to come out here and really pop my shit. Cause like I'm gonna tell y'all on Wednesday, like I just did shit with Be Easy, man. You know, he had a stream yard and he got at me one day like, hey man, you wanna fucking, you know, do a show or something and just pop our shit? I was like, I ain't tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I
you
got
know,
subbed with him the other day because you had shared. You know, it's all about the
right.
network. You had shared Be Easy, but I didn't see it till later. So once I saw your post, I went back and I said, "Oh, let me subscribe to Be Easy because I like some of the shit that he be talking about. Like some of the shit, you know.
Yeah,
What I
Be
mean?
Easy's dope.
I like
Yeah,
where
he's
he
dope,
be
man.
talking, you know, when he on your panel, you know, I like where he be coming from. You know,
Like if you want a good intellectual conversation and shit like that, and that's why I like doing the show with Be Easy, because like I always tell y'all, I don't really have a lot of big words or anything. I'm more kind of like, I guess you would say, what, street or whatever when it comes to how I talk. You know what I'm saying? But Be Easy, you know, he's got a very nice vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like for people that like to like hear shit and coming from, you know what I'm saying, a good perspective on things, and also, you know, doesn't take what you say and hold it against you. Like you can have a conversation with him and be completely against what he's saying, and it ain't like he's gonna like try to, you know, pounce on you or something like that. I mean, we all have our own opinion. Absolutely. And I can have conversations with people like that, and that's why we clicked, because I'm the same way. You know what I'm saying? I can have a conversation with somebody and they don't have to agree with me in no type of way. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not gonna be like, oh man, you're full of shit, and you know what I mean, and try to diss you, or you know, nah, man. If anything, we're gonna build from that. Maybe our conversation can go a little bit deeper, because if you standing on that and I'm standing on this, let's see. You know what I'm saying? Like you stand this way, I stand this way. Let's see how, you know what I'm saying, we can maybe come to a meeting of this shit, or just, you know, why are we thinking so differently? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what conversation and shit is about. So, you know, Be Easy will definitely give you that.
She said y'all mesh well together, you and Be Easy. But yeah, I just subscribe to him, and that's the thing about the networking, Riz. A lot of times when you network with people and even do shows and stuff, when you can do shows together with each other, you just have this common, you know, understanding of each other or whatever. It helps with the networking, because I've been having people come over here from your spot And I'd be like, hey, well, I remember seeing you in the show.
And that's what's
you
up,
go get
Hood
people
Table.
from here over there.
That's what I wanted. That's why when we spoke on this and I told you, hey, let's bounce back from each other's platforms each week. 1 week mine, 1 week yours. Let's just keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because in that way, people that follow the show and really get to rocking with us, now they're on both. You know what I'm saying? So I got all my subs and shit from your people anyways. But sometimes your peoples are so big and everything, maybe, they may not be on or whatever. So you just never know who's out there. Like I see people that drop down and leave me shit on my community wall that I've never seen in any chats. So, you know what I'm saying? You never know who's out there. So that's why I was like, man, we just bounce this shit back and forth and we network, man. We may get subs from other people, views from other people, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Social media, it's in the name.
Yep. Social media network. And I always say to get support, you got to give support. And
That's
on that
it.
note, I just want to say all the people who do support us, I say it all the time, but just in case I don't say it enough, I do appreciate the people who support us, not just our show, but our channels, period. Follow both of us. And if you don't follow Riggs, go ahead and put your link in the chat if you like. Follow Riggs if you're not if you're new to him. Follow Riggs. He does do some very good commentary on there. That's our West Coast homeboy, our West Coast friend, and he be doing some good content.
Definitely a Cali representative, y'all. Like I ain't gonna put it on, light. I'm gonna put it on thick. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a Cali representative, man. You if you can't tell by the way I speak and by the shit that be on my community wall and the get down, I mean, and it still got to be questioned. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Right. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Period.
Yep.
Go ahead, Hood Table. Shout out to the replay gang.
Yes, West Side. But yeah, happy life. I see he changed his look.
Yeah, I see it. Sincere even questioned him. Like, what's all this shit about?
Yes, keep it on rotation, back and forth, baby, back and forth. But I done seen people in the past, Riz, and we're gonna close this up real quick because we've been on here almost 3. But I done seen people in the past do shows together, and a lot of times it was always on one person's channel. And I was like, why would y'all do that? Like, go back and forth. It don't matter if one person got 15,000 subs and the other person only got, I don't know, 1,000, 2, 3, 4 subs. I just feel it's fair to go back and forth. That's part of the networking. But one person I didn't speak to yet in the chat, and I see you, boo. I haven't seen you in a minute, but Shakila, how you doing, Shakila? It's so good to see you. She said, "Hey, Hood Table and Big Rigs."
What it do, Shakila?
Shout out to the chat. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Jumping down in the chat, getting your ego on while you're down in the chat and participating in our topics tonight. I appreciate the people who hit the even landlord who hit the panel today.
He gonna hit more than the panel. He gonna try to hit that front door and shit. Talking about, hey, I hear that the USC playing the what is it? Nebraska what? Huskies? What was it?
Cornhuskers. Riz, you know what? You ain't gonna do it.
No, I don't know. I don't know sports.
Hood Table, it's like the Cornhuskers. It's the
Cornhuskers. Yeah, I don't, and I'm not trying to be funny, but
I know.
The only reason why I know Golden State Warriors, Raiders, and Niners because I'm in that area, but I don't know shit about no plays. Or if we watching football, I don't know what no move is. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I just stay quiet and watch and cheer with y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what the fuck.
This is definitely football country. You mentioned Tom Osborne to some people, and they just know Tom Osborne, man. Like he didn't bring some great teams out of here with football. But yeah, so thank you though, everybody who joined us tonight.
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Replay Gang.
Yeah, we do appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to me and both Big Rigs if you happen to be new here. On the way out, Rigs, I'm gonna play our intro that Charlie created.
Please do.
Yeah, thank you as always. Great show, and I'm looking forward to your show Wednesday. Where did Riggs come from, or whatever you're gonna title that. I'm looking forward to that.
What sector is Rig from?
Yes. So everybody, on that note, like and share on your way out if you haven't done it already. Subscribe, please. If you want to donate to the platform, feel free to donate to the platform. Other than that, I'm gonna play our little outro song or intro song on the outro, but I guess it's both. Anyway,
all right, I'm out of here. Y'all be good.
You later, love. All right. Let me get this rolling. And again, shout out to Charlie for this song. We really appreciate you for our intro. I absolutely love it. Here we go, y'all.
From the block to the hood table, big brick slabs and cake decorating diva, discussing local issues, national news too, encouraging y'all to like or share and subscribe. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight. From the White House to the gutter, we report right. Welcome to the show, where we break it down. From the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only big rig slaps in the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table. With news you can't use and subjects that need to be spoke. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the broke, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, let's get ready. Talking about everything under the sun, from education to health, we here to run. Engage with us, spread the word far and wide. Appreciate y'all, thank you for the support. We bring the heat, keeping it real tight. From the White House to the gutter, we report right. Welcome to the show, where we break it down. From the block to the hood table, it's all around. Sexy side profile man, the one and only big rig slaps in the cake decorating diva, the one and only the hood table. With news you can use and subjects that need to be spoke. From the block to the hood, from the White House to the broke, we got many different topics and subjects. Grab your seat, get your popcorn, let's get ready.
Y'all, I just love that song. Thank you again, Charlie. That ending though, let's get ready. Yeah. I just love that part of the song. Okay. But yes, everybody, like and share the video if you haven't did it on your way in. Please do it on your way out. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it up. I'm out. Bye.